Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
OnsideRadio.com knows gamers need a home.
Can you dig it?
That's why for the next 60 seconds,
Can you count, suckers?
here's your Onside Radio E-Report with Kai Chen Chisholm.
Game studio Innersloth recently announced that the new map in their popular multiplayer game Among Us will release on March 31st along with multiple updates. The map will bring new spawn locations, bug fixes, more tasks, and much more for players to do. The studio, which does have a small development team, saw the game increase in popularity at random in the summer, over 2+ years after its original release. Streamers such as the group Offline TV, in particular Disguised Toast, took off in popularity with the rise of the game and have been expecting an update for quite some time. While they've been waiting for the updates, streamers have been using mods in the game made by modder Automated to spice things up. The game can be played on PC, Nintendo Switch, iPhone, Android, and soon on Xbox.
Stay in touch in the world of gaming with the Onside Radio E-Report.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Time to get in the zone. The Onside Zone.
And look, man, I don't care if you're my wife. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it. You know what I mean?
The Onside Zone.
He's a liar. And there's nothing new about that. He's full of crap. If you're believing that, I got a bridge in the Keys. It's the one on the right side. Just want you to know, when you're going south, you'll see the smaller bridge on the right. I've got that one for sale if you're interested.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
That's the one boy band that I will say, dude, I'll stand up for Boys to Men every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Love those guys.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a big O.
All right.
This is for the tie. It rings out. Florida chasing it down. Lewis for the tie. That's not there. Oral Roberts, the 15 seed. The upset makers are history makers. And Oral Roberts is in the Sweet 16.
Oh, yes. Good morning, boys and girls. Actually, good afternoon already. That's right, because our show starts the afternoon. It is time to rock and roll. You bastards that thought I wasn't going to be here, you're wrong. You're wrong. The Rock is here, and Dwayne's got nothing on me. We're ready to rock here on a beautiful Monday. Tito Banash by my side. Sean Stanley hovering around. It's a beautiful thing. Sean, you're going to go to Tampa. You better go to Tampa and go do that WWE stuff. All right? I want Sean to do a show live from what's that thing called again? WrestleMania, that's it. Shows you how much I know about wrestling. But I know it's big.
That Super Bowl thing, right? Yeah.
Right, it's like that Super Bowl thing of wrestling. You know what I mean? So I want
literally
Sean.
the Super Bowl of wrestling.
It literally is. So let's do it, man. You know, it's like Nazir in Portugal that's like the Super Bowl of surfing, right? Kind of like that.
Crypto, bro.
You guys didn't even, You guys, Nazir, Super Bowl of surfing. How many of you would think that I would know that? Huh? Come on. There you go. Analogies everywhere, baby. That's what we do on this show. All kinds of. See, he threw a crypto. I was talking surfing, and he throws in crypto, bro. I haven't even made a crypto comment yet.
Yeah, that's a short timer.
Well, Harmony is kicking ass. I just want you to know.
Crypto, bro.
I got it at 10 and 11 cents. Well, actually, I got it at 9 and 10 cents. That's what it was. Now it's hovering around 16, 17. It was already up to like 19. I was already doubling the investment, which is a beautiful thing. Anyway, so it's there you go. Now you got your crypto bro drop there too.
Crypto bro.
There you go. That's the drop we want to hear. Anyway, good afternoon. Hope you're all well. I survived. I took my second shot yesterday at 12:45. Well, we walked in a little earlier, but we didn't leave till like 2:30 or something like that. It's because you have to also like hang around for 15 minutes after you get the shot. I told my wife, I go, do I have to hang around the 15 minutes again? She goes, well, if something happens, they can, take care of you right here, right now. If not, you'll have to go to a hospital. What I love is everybody is planning for the worst, right? And everybody is like, hey, no, this might happen to you, and this is going to happen to you. And hey, you should plan for, you know how many people told me that I should plan to have somebody replace me today? And it's like, so do you get married and then plan on divorces already? Like, I'm Mr. Positive, dude. I try to find a negative and then I try to freaking tackle the thing and overcome. That's my job. Overcome adversity. That's your job. That's Tito's job. That's Sean's job. It's easy to complain. It's easy to give in. But you got to find a way to freaking overcome it, man. So, no, but I'm not overcoming because I feel bad or luckily I probably would power through also if I kind of felt bad knowing me. I mean, I've done it before. I've done shows with gout and I've done shows in all kinds of different situations. I remember one time I did a show with a fever. I remember that. I got to QAM. I had a fever. And I did the entire show with the fever, and I went back home again and got some rest, whatever. And the next day I felt better. And, this is pre-COVID. This is years ago, by the way. So, but it shows you what a different world, right? Can you imagine showing to work now with a fever? People would be like, get the hell out of here. Leave this building now, you bastard. You're trying to kill us all. But in those days, it was just a cold. It's funny how that is going to be treated differently after everything that that's gone on. I'm sorry. Now when you've got a cold, they're going to want you to stay away. In most jobs. You know what I mean? Because it should be that way because all you're going to do is get other people sick. And, I think handshaking is pretty much done. It's going to be fist pumping all the way, dude. More often than not, you don't shake hands anymore. And now we're realizing, really, handshaking's kind of gross. Right? Because you're shaking hands with somebody else, and you don't know what they've done with that hand. It's kind of like that scene from Airplane. Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been. That kind of stuff. So it's just, it's changed. But anyway, it was an experience. Just so you'll know, if you're going to go get your shots and they give you a time, go earlier to CVS. I don't know about the cars and, all those cars that go boom and they're all there getting shots. I have no idea what the hell that is and how you should go. But I'll tell you that if you're going to go to a CVS, okay, you need to go a little earlier because if there's going to be anticipated lines like I had, then by the time – go a half hour earlier, so that way, by the time your appointment is up, you'll be at the beginning of the line finally. You'll be close to it. Go a little earlier than it says. That would be my suggestion. Because we pulled up at 12:30, looked around, and I go to my wife. Wow, we should have come here earlier. Because there's one line to check in, and even though we checked in by phone, you still have to check in person at that CVS. They were really nice, by the way, very organized. They were very, very nice. It was just, it is what it is right now. And let's have a little patience with all of this. Let's have patience with people, all right? Remember, it's the entire country that is trying to get vaccinated. Everyone wants to form this. Well, most of us that have got a brain want to get in this line. And so remember, there's high demand. It's not going to be easy. But once you do get it, once you get your appointment, go, take it easy, get your shots, make the best of it. It's a tough situation. Let's hope that we don't have to go through this for many generations to come. Okay? Let's hope that this doesn't happen for a long, long time again. It would be nice. But for now, just be safe out there and And I hope you get no side effects also, like I've been blessed to have. But go a little early, I'm telling you. It would help you out, I think, if you go slightly earlier for your appointment for your vaccine. So good luck to all of you out there. But so far, not really a lot of discomfort on the arm. Actually, I gotta say, it might hurt a little less than it did the first one. I think the first one might have hurt a little bit more. That by 3 days, I think it was gone. Like I didn't feel it anymore. Alex says, Donald says, I did a show with walking pneumonia in 2013 before getting diagnosed the next day. There you go. How about that? Holy crap. Man, I'm telling you. It's rough, brother. It's rough. Not easy, but we'll all get through this, okay? We will all get through this. And eventually we'll all get vaccine and we can start getting our lives back. Now when my wife gets hers on Tuesday, then we start the clock. And then 2 weeks from then, we can then start to, go out, hit a restaurant, go walk Lincoln Road Mall, way after, the spring breakers are gone, which that was interesting also, watching all the idiots and listen, I know I'm going to sound like the old man, get off my lawn and all that stuff. But in the 80s, when we were kicked out of Broward, okay, because the same thing that's going to happen now in Dade and in Miami Beach happened in Broward 20-something years ago. And it happened just after I got out of high school, where they which for me, I was lucky because I had the Fort Lauderdale Strip to my to my access, to beautiful access for all the years that I was in high school, and so it was awesome. Okay, any of us that enjoyed Fort Lauderdale in the 80s for spring break, you know what I'm talking about. It was a blast. It was fun. Was there a fight or two every once in a while? Yeah, it was two guys, not 10 or 20. They weren't destroying the clubs. They weren't destroying any of the bars. It's usually two idiots fighting. People then separate them, and then we go out and have some beers and forget about it. But it was a different time. Some of the craziness that we're watching now, and the Clevelander is forced to close. The Clevelander. They're like, yeah, no, we don't need the business that badly. We've just gone through a whole year of a pandemic, and we're willing to close. That tells you how bad it is. And look, kids are kids, right? But it just seems like it's a different set of kids nowadays. Okay? Just seems like that. And the objectives are different. There seems to be more of an objective with young people that they want to hurt someone else. Whereas, again, old man on the lawn, in my day, dude, we weren't trying to hurt anybody. We were just trying to have fun and get laid. That's it. That's all. We weren't trying to rob anybody. We're not trying to we didn't bring any guns. We weren't trying to shoot guns. We weren't trying to steal from people. We weren't trying to do none of that stuff. Like the stuff that I see now, it's just not stuff that we saw back in the day. Were there drugs? Of course there were drugs. Yeah, was there alcohol? Damn right there was a ton of alcohol. Of course, at that age, that's what happens. But what I see now, I got to say, it's different, man. It's a whole different ballgame, and that's why they're going to end up, and it's not what's it called, who they're picking on or anything like that. It just seems like it's a general thing that goes on with this kind of youth nowadays, and it's sad. And in our day, it's just we partied too much, so they had to get rid of us. And I get it. But this crowd just seems like it's a lot more rowdy in the wrong way compared to what we used to see in the past. Debauchery is one thing, criminal activity is another. Put it that way, I guess. Herman Cueva says, so happy you got the shot, Big O. Thank you, Herman. I'm glad I got the shot. It is good. Matt Walker says, I remember the time you told the story of how you got kidney stones in the middle of a show once. Oh, yeah, dude. I did a show with kidney stones. Yeah. Yeah, man. I was in the middle of passing a stone, and I was doing the show. It was painful. And then the ride home. Oh, my God. I remember the ride home got even worse because you could tell that it was starting to travel. And so while it's traveling, it's painful all throughout. And, oh, man, yeah. I did a show with the kidney stone. There's several shows that I've done that I've been effed up one way or another. And not drunk ever, not any of that. I'm talking about just something happened to me, and it's like, oh, my God, and I just got to fight through it and get through it, man. But, yeah, I did do a show with the kidney stone. Yeah. Yeah, because I went right after I got home. They took me to the hospital, and it was like, yeah, just here you go, drink a lot of water. We'll give you a little pain medication and just drink a lot of water. And sure enough, drank a lot of water. In fact, the last kidney stone I had, I did not go to the hospital. How about that? The last kidney stone I had, I told my wife, I'll just deal with the pain. Let me just drink. And I just started drinking water. I was close to drowning. You know what I mean? But I got it out. And then as I passed the stone, I also had gout, and I took off to a UFO concert in Ponte Vedra, Florida, and Clearwater. Those are the last two concerts I've been to, which was last year, late February, the 28th. I went to see UFO twice. I had backstage passes to hang out with the band, and it was UFO's last tour. And I told my buddy Bill, I said, I'm not missing this. He goes, are you out of your effing mind? And I go, man, this is just a little pain. We'll get through it. We'll deal with it. And so he drove the whole time, so I didn't have to drive, which was actually pretty good. And I just sat there a little uncomfortable with the gout. The kidney still hurting from passing the rock, And so, yeah, say I'm a crazy bastard. What can I tell you? I'm old school, man. That's all. NorCal says, puff, puff, give. I don't know, NorCal. I don't think you should be sharing right now still. I think it's all about personal ones now. I don't know. Congrats to Oral Roberts.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had a huge upset, man.
I just get congrats for Oral. I don't give a crap about Roberts. Anyway, so
we're all Oral Roberts.
Well, I don't know about
they upset the Gators, and anytime the Gators lose, it's a good time.
Yeah, you're worried about another Oral. 888-441-4623. That is the phone lines. If you want to get in on the show, that's 888-441-4623. Maybe you've got your own crazy vaccine story you can share with us. The text line, of course, 844-416-8123. Tito Banash is driving the program. You can reach out to us on Twitter at Big O Show. And, of course, right here on the YouTube chat board, you got a question, you got a comment, you can send it out, baby. Don't forget, Saturdays at 8 a.m., baseball fans can go deep into the count with Alex Aguirre and Christian Chase. Catch the show that talks Marlins and all the big stories in the major leagues. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., Seamheads now have a new home. Listen to Deep Into the Count exclusively at OnsideRadio.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
I'm Ryan Seacrest. First responders are people who stand for a greater purpose. They will be there for you when nobody else is, to help you, your family, your community. This is their selfless promise. This is their sworn duty, to protect, to serve, to help. They put themselves in harm's way for us. They come to the rescue at times when we need them most. First responders are making enormous personal sacrifices to keep showing up for us and fighting the good fight. Nearly 70% of all firefighters are volunteers. That means when they get injured or quarantined, they may not have a way to pay their rent or keep their family safe and fed. No matter who you are or where you live, when you call 911 and ask for help, first responders show up. Now, let's show up for the people who show up for us every day and every night.
Go to firstrcf.org and make a difference today.
At Baptist Health, we are ready
to serve, to treat,
to safely proceed with your procedure.
We're ready for ER visits and office visits with skilled surgeons,
advanced medicine,
and multidisciplinary teams.
We're ready for new arrivals
and new recoveries.
We are ready.
We're ready to diagnose, treat, and manage
anything that comes our way
with exceptional care and comfort.
With the same preparedness and compassion you've come to expect from Baptist Health. And we are ready.
We're ready.
We're ready
to care for you.
Take Onside Radio everywhere you go with the MyTuner Radio app. Download the free app and listen to your favorite OnsideRadio.com host. Go to your app store, download MyTuner Radio, and search Onside Radio, South Florida's sports station. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. Save it on your cell phone, 844-416-8123. No better place to send your comments, ask questions, win prizes. OnsideRadio.com, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
ADHD. It's the child who can't pay attention or sit still in school, right? The answer may be yes. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, can be complicated and it can last a lifetime. Living with a condition can sometimes be a challenge. It may take years to accept a formal diagnosis, and it's not always easy to find the right treatment plan. Did you know that up to 75% of children and adolescents with ADHD have at least one additional mental health condition that also requires a comprehensive approach to treatment? ADHD guidelines were recently updated to reflect the need to screen for associated disorders. Be sure to talk with your child's doctor about proper screening and visit more2adhd.com for additional information. That's more2adhd.com. This message has been brought to you in partnership with Adhd, ACO, and CHAD.
All right, welcome back. It's Onside Radio. It's the Onside Zone. Thank you all for tuning in and supporting, watching us on YouTube, listening on radio.net or MyTuner Radio, and what is it, Viox. We got Simple Radio. Just go to onsideradio.com, and on the right side, you'll see about the 6 different apps that we have, Radio FM, all kinds of different apps to listen to the station. Just search Onside Radio, and you'll find it, which is a beautiful thing. Let's see. Brett is asking me on Isaiah Wilson being cut. All right, first of all, let's go over the Isaiah Wilson situation. For those of you that are living under a rock and you didn't notice it, Isaiah Wilson came out with a video. And it was a pretty crazy video. He's with some chick there, and he's dancing on the truck. And dancing on the truck wasn't that big a deal. It's kind of crazy, whatever. Smoking the vape pen, not a big deal. To me, the big deal in that video was when both he and the woman are driving, and he's smoking a vape pen, getting filmed. And you could tell he's not even looking at the road, dude. And it's not, the rest of the stuff doesn't really bother me that much. And obviously you could tell he's just got some skank next to him, because a real woman that actually cares about her man would also think and help and say, this is not a good video you want to put out. Team sees this is not what you want to share. And then we find out that he's late to everything that they had set up this weekend for him. Okay? So clearly, he doesn't give a crap about his future. And clearly, he thinks that because Miami traded for him, they're also going to tolerate him. This is why I told you that Juju Smith-Schuster is not a flow guy. But now you've got to pay and you've got to make a considerable, dedication or commitment is a better word, to Juju in order to bring him in. And yet you still got to worry about his lack of maturity at times. This kid, you didn't risk anything. The only thing you did was delay a 7th-round pick. That's all you did. And I think last time I checked, they have 2 other 7th-round picks at 231 and 258. So you gave up one of your third 7th rounder. You're getting it back next year. So you just delayed a 7th-round pick. Not a big deal. It's not the end of the world, to be honest with you. So to me, and I love the gamble, okay? I'm not criticizing the Dolphins at all for this. You're going to hit on some of these, and you're going to miss on others. We were all banking, and I specifically was banking that this last year in Tennessee was an aberration. The kid apparently didn't have a lot of problems in Georgia, or the way it looks now is that they hid all his problems at Georgia and didn't really tell people about what a disaster he was, if he was a disaster at Georgia. So nobody knew except the coaches. And maybe they didn't rat him out. They didn't want to talk bad about him because then that gets around and other players will not go there because, hey, the coaches don't have your back. So I'm not sure how they handled it. I don't know what it was. But I'll tell you this. This is now after watching this is the thought that I have about Isaiah Wilson. The fact that nothing came out while he was in Georgia reminds me of Mike Tomlin and the Steelers. How they hid Antonio Brown's antics for many years until they couldn't do it anymore. And at Georgia, they must have done a magnificent job of tolerating him and dealing with the issues as long as he played well on Saturdays, and obviously he played well on Saturdays, so they were fine with it. But he obviously had a terrible year in Tennessee, and then you would figure that you'd learn your lesson that you're a first-round pick and the team gave up nothing to get rid of you. Because think about it. Tennessee gave up nothing to get rid of him. They're swapping 7th-rounders. They're getting nothing in return for a first-round pick. Nothing. They're just getting their 7th-round pick a year earlier. That's all.
Yeah, they still very much lost on that deal.
Yeah. And Miami, it was a great move because you had nothing to lose. You don't have to pay him the $4 million because he voided those $4 million with his behavior last year with Tennessee. So Miami was not on the hook for anything. So if I'm Miami, of course I would take this chance over and over and over again. Because then you hope at one moment that the kid will screw his head on right. But it just tells me that, one, if I'm an NFL team, I can't trust Kirby Smart because he's not really going to tell me the truth. Two, it's a lesson learned for all of us that even if you don't hear about anything going on at that school and you watch the track record post, then you know you got to put one and one together. He must have done a bunch of stuff at Georgia that they were pissed about, but they tolerated it because he could play on Saturdays. There's no way in the world that he was an angel and a terrific citizen for Georgia when he was a piece of crap with Tennessee and a complete freaking moron for a couple of days with the Dolphins. Okay? So this is, and I'm not even going to go as far as saying he's got mental issues because I don't know that or not. To me, it just looks like an incredibly immature guy like Johnny Manziel, like many others, that they act like clowns no matter what. That's all. They have this entitlement to them. And we've watched those kind of guys forever in all kinds of sports. They get drafted, and then you find out that they're just a bunch of clowns, and they're not really dedicated. And yes, they have some physical gifts. The good Lord blessed them with it, but they don't really know how to maximize those gifts, and they don't realize the opportunity that was given to them. And people like Jamarcus Russell, people like Isaiah Wilson, people like Johnny Manziel, they will then regret it years later. That's all. They'll talk about it publicly, or it'll be just a monster that lives inside, and it eats at them every day of their lives. That they were blessed with an opportunity, and they didn't take advantage of it. That's all. It happens to all of us. It may not be football, but it might be something else. It might have been a career, a job, an educational opportunity, a woman, a man, depending on who's listening. You had an opportunity for something, for a great job, for a great education, for a great relationship, whatever, and you let it go by the wayside because of whatever. Your immaturity, your ignorance, your lack of knowledge, your lack of awareness, whatever it is. So to me, Isaiah just looks like a kid that doesn't get it and doesn't care to get it. But eventually he will.
I'll say this, and I told you this before the show started when we were talking about it. I'm never going to cry over losing a 7th-round pick, and I don't think anybody ever should, because like we've always said, those guys are field depth and in case of injury players more often than not. But this does kind of now point to the fact that the Dolphins do they like their lottery tickets, right? Mm-hmm. They like to play that game every now and then. And good franchises, they do it, and when they hit, it's great. And when you lose, it happens, right?
Yeah.
But I do think it's an interesting factoid to point out about this Dolphins regime is that, what some might not consider a flow guy, other cases they think like, hey, there's something here, right? We said it. They did it with Mark Walton, didn't work out. They did it with Rosen because he's a QB, and hey, you take your shots at a QB because if you hit it, you hit big, right? And now they did it with Isaiah Wilson, and in 2 of those 3, they barely gave up anything.
Right.
So this is where I kind of feel like, when we talk about certain players, and it doesn't, with Juju, it doesn't matter because he's already going back to the Steelers. And the Dolphins had already signed Will Fuller. So that ship sailed a while ago. But the point is that the Dolphins are going to take their home run swings every now and occasion, right? They're not always going to play it safe and stay within that 4-yard box that people think the front office operates in.
And you shouldn't play it safe all the time. You need to take these kind of chances when they are available. You take those chances because you just never know when you hit on one that is willing to resurrect their career or straighten their lives out, and then you end up getting one hell of a player. Because obviously Isaiah Wilson has the talent. He just doesn't have the maturity. And I see where Ian says, after seeing the video of Isaiah Wilson inside the car with that chick, it appears he has some deep-rooted issues. I hope he gets help. I don't know if he does or not. I'm not exactly sure, because there are just some people, it's not that they need help, it's just that they lack maturity and awareness, and they have a different sense of reality. Doesn't necessarily mean they're crazy. It's just they're not educated enough to really understand what position they're in. You know what I mean? So I'm not exactly sure if it is that he lacks some mental stability. I'm with you. I hope he does get help. But for me, it's at this moment, it's hard for me to feel sorry for somebody like that. All right, Omar Kelly will join us next. We're going to get our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
Hey,
it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com. Join the Inter Miami family in 2021 by becoming a 2021 season ticket member. Enjoy enhanced access benefits and pricing not available to general fans. Visit intermiamicf.com/tickets for more information.
If you missed Man of the Match with Alex Dono, you missed.
So Deshaun Watson has sat down with new Texans head coach David Culley. Did he have his teeth in for the interview, David? He's a little older.
Hold on, let me get my dentures in here, Deshaun. Deshaun, hey, just give me a second. We're eating this pineapple here. It's getting stuck in my dentures.
Was he watching Murder, She Wrote during the meeting?
Deshaun, it's getting a little late here. It's 7 o'clock. I got to go to bed soon, all right?
Deshaun, it's 4:30. I've got to go to the early bird special.
Deshaun, give me a second. I'm just taking my Metamucil here. If you just give me a second.
I've taken Metamucil before, actually. It works. I'm not even that old.
Man of the Match with Alex Dono, weekdays live on South Florida's home for sports talk, OnsideRadio.com.
Hello, Inter Miami CF fans. Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
Miami Heat fall to 22-21, losers of 3 in a row after their 109-106 loss to the Indiana Pacers on Sunday. Heat are 22-21 on the year. They play against the Suns on Tuesday at 8 p.m. at home at the AAA Arena. Florida Panthers fell to the Tampa Bay Lightning 5-3 on Sunday. Panthers get Chicago on Tuesday. That game also starts at 8 p.m. in Chicago. Panthers going as the slight betting favorite. March Madness going on right now. Oregon with a slim 33-32 lead. Just about 8 minutes left in the first half over Iowa. With your Onside Sports Update, I'm Tito Bonacci. Coming up next, it's more of the Onside Zone with the Big O right here on OnsideRadio.com.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Brace yourself. You might not hear what you want. You can always expect Omar to keep it real, whether you like it or not. It's time for the EJDConstruction.com Miami Dolphins report with Sun Sentinel writer Omar Kelly. EJD is your one-stop shop, custom home builder, and general contractor for residential construction. Call them 305-433-4843. Find them on Facebook at EJD Construction. Here's Omar Kelly with your Miami Dolphins report segment.
All righty, welcome back. I promised you we're going to talk a little Miami Dolphins and the EJDConstruction.com Miami Dolphins report with Omar Kelly. Follow him on Twitter at Omar Kelly. Omar, do you have your shirt on and you're not vaping at this moment, correct?
Ooh, yeah. I generally try to keep my shirt on, even though, if I was 300 pounds and in the NFL, maybe I would take my shirt off. The nail polish was what did it for me. It crossed the line for me, Big O. I'm not sure I'm comfortable with a football player having nail polish. I just, hey, I was just like, he's a little bit out there.
He's a little too metrosexual to be an NFL player in your eyes? Is that what it is?
You know what's weird, Big O? And I've seen this with this young generation of rappers, and I know you keep up with the hip-hop game. Like, some of these young generation of rappers, they're putting on acrylic nails. They're painting their nails. And I'm just like, whoa, this is not where I expected us to be in 2021.
Well, remember, I'm a rocker, so I've been listening to heavy metal, punk, and new wave for many, many years. So painted nails to me is, it's nothing new. I've been seeing that for decades, dude. You know what I mean? So Alice Cooper was painting his nails for many, many years. Now, you could say it's for show or whatever, or style or whatever, but you know what I mean? One thing I've noticed, Omar, is we're not rock stars. We're not superstars. We're not R&B stars. We're not actors. And it's like Cam Newton. Cam can get away with that because it's Cam Newton. I can't get away with that because I'm just some schmuck behind a mic. You know what I mean? I don't carry that kind of, that style. You know what I mean? Like Cam looks good with some of that stuff. I would look ridiculous. And it's really weird, man, whether you're looking at an old rocker who is still dressed in all kinds of funky ways and painted nails and all kinds of stuff. It's just a thing, man. I don't hold it against them. It's all different, and they can style things that you and I can't, man. Just the way it is.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? It's watching Dwayne Wade in those what was those pants that are like, he looks like he's going fishing because he's expecting floods. What are those things called? You know those pants?
I have no idea.
You know what I'm talking about, Tito?
Talking about the short pants.
Yeah, those short pants. Yeah.
I just call them fisherman pants. That's what I call them.
Like, I can't style that. I would look like an idiot. But Dwayne Wade can get away with it. You know what I mean? It's just weird, man. It's just one of. So let's get back to. The facts are this kid just did not get it at all because he wasn't showing up to anything that the Dolphins were doing on time. And then you see the video where I had a problem with really is just he wasn't looking at the road. If we're in a movie and he's getting towed and then, like in a movie, like when they're driving and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, they're really not driving. They're getting towed by another car in front of them.
I thought she was driving. The girl. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He just.
No, she was on the right seat bopping. She was just flying on the right seat. She was just having fun. That's it.
Hey, he's in our past, just like he's in the Dolphins' past. Let's move on. But ultimately, I think the young man is probably in a manic state, maybe bipolar, and just needs help. If you're willing to throw away your career for whatever the situation is. And millions of dollars, you probably either don't love football, don't want to play football, or you need some psychological help.
How did you view?
And all is okay. All is absolutely acceptable because there's a lot of people in regular society that just needs a little help.
Amen. Now, let me ask you, what's the difference between him and Johnny Manziel? Because I kind of see the same knuckleheadedness between the two. So is it really bipolar? Is it something that they need, or is it just a lack of maturity and awareness that they think, oh, I'm a big time name. They're gonna deal with all my shit no matter what.
Offensive lineman isn't a big time name. I really just think the young man is having a manic episode, and I've seen manic episodes. I know what they look. I'm pretty certain. Either he just doesn't care about football, and that's part of the reason. That's the one thing I took from that situation and that trade, and God bless the Dolphins for trying. It's not like they gave up a lot for trying, but it shows you the importance of the off-field evaluation, the importance of getting to know intimately the player by talking to his coaches, his high school people, his people around him. And that's going to be very difficult for the second straight year because of COVID and because of the fact that you don't have these scouts in these schools and organizations, and you got to work on and rely on your relationships. And to me, that makes a Marvin Allen even more important because there are specialists in this world, specialists like Eric from Adhd Construction, where they are pros and experts at what they do. Marvin Allen is an expert when it comes to evaluating college talent and players. And he's got a network of friends and peers and people he respects, to where I've seen it in person at the Senior Bowl and at the Combine. People that the league respects come to him for his guidance and direction and tutelage and knowledge and connections. And what he says is the gospel in the college recruiting, which is why it's important for a person like that to be part of the Dolphins college evaluation and running the college evaluation department. And that's going to help you. But in this draft in particular, this specific draft, and kind of like last year's draft, you don't have a combine. So you don't have clear medicals where your doctors have your hands on people. You haven't sat with a young man face to face and really gotten to know him. You haven't brought him into your building and gotten to know him. You haven't gone out to his high school and talked to his coach and talked to his counselor, gone to his home and talked to his mother. And that makes me very uncomfortable about this draft, which is why I want more picks, not higher picks. I want quantity instead of quality, because I think you're going to, if you have a 35% chance of hitting on all of your draft picks, and that's just the reality of what the league is, it's even lower now. So I'm going with quantity, not quality.
So you want to trade that third? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I want to trade that third. I might trade that 18. But I'm fine with whatever they do as long as they walk away in this draft with Najee Harris.
Well, wait a minute, but you want that 18. You said you wanted that 18. We have a promo that runs on the station that says I'm not touching that 18 because I'm dedicating it to Najee.
I might trade down into the 10-12 realm and take him first. That's how much I believe in him. I have 5 guys identified as just can't miss players in this draft, and he's one of them. I don't mind taking him first. I don't care, because in the end, if you look at the draft that Tennessee's what's that young man's name? Derrick Henry was selected in. Mm-hmm. Would Derrick Henry went in the second round? Wouldn't you take him as a top 10 selection?
Derrick Henry? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
he's a freak.
In the long run, and this guy has broken all of Derrick Henry's records. I don't know if he's going to be just as good as Derrick Henry, but he's a full all-purpose back. Derrick Henry,
he's more complete than Derrick's not a pass catcher.
He's a complete back. I don't mind if the Dolphins trade down to 8 and take him at 8. I'm clapping. I'm applauding. The only way to me the first round is a failure is if they walk away from this draft without Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, without Najee Harris.
No, I got you. I knew what you were saying. Yeah, Derrick is such a freak that you draft him anyway, even though he's not a great pass catcher, but he's such a freak at running the ball. He's that size is just not normal to have that size and that speed and that power. So, it's like you're drafting a Peterbilt truck back there, man. Yeah. I mean, he is an absolute freak.
He was overlooked in Alabama's offense because of what Najee Harris and Jalen Waddle and Mac Jones were able to produce. But you know who was the engine making it all go? It was Najee Harris in that run game.
Wasn't Tua?
He was effective with Tua too. He was effective. This guy is a stud. He's a stud. That's why. When there was talk about the Dolphins pursuing or in the chase for Chris Carson, I knew that wasn't real. That
didn't make any sense to me, actually.
Man. But these agents use the Dolphins to create more leverage for their client, their situation, and the Dolphins sometimes will let them and throw off everybody off the scent.
Yeah,
of what
and he's
really
always
doing.
Injured too, man. God, he misses a lot of games.
That just didn't make any sense. But I had to pull that column out. Like, yo, what you've done is good enough in free agency. Just go get Najee Harris, and we will have a complete rebuild.
All right. So I saw this morning as I was preparing an article about Deshaun Watson and how there are still teams that are interested in them, and one of the teams still listed on there was the Miami Dolphins as one of the teams. Eagles, Panthers, Jets, Dolphins, Niners, and Broncos. So when they say interested, what do you think do you think they mean like they're ready to trade anything right now, or is it more about posturing right now and trying to drive up the price if you're the Dolphins? Because I have a hard time believing that any team right now is willing to give the house for Deshaun Watson, not knowing whether he's guilty or innocent at this point in time?
First, anytime you got allegations like that, it's very tricky in terms of what should be said. But I do believe in innocent until proven guilty. That's the foundation of our legal system. Let's let that play its course. The second thing I will say is that there have been murderers and rapists that have played in the NFL after their accusations, after their charges, and I believe there will continue to be murderers and rapists playing in the NFL, getting major contracts. It really, I don't think it's going to stop anybody from pursuing him. He's still, despite the allegations, a top 10 player in this league. Once these issues are addressed in his past, whether it be your day in court or by a lump sum payment to the accusers, once it goes away, he's still going to pursue his NFL career. Now, the price might not have been the same price before these allegations, but I still think there's going to be a heavy level of interest in pursuing Deshaun Watson.
For Christ's sake.
The Dolphins remain in it, I believe.
It's up to 22 women now. By the way, it's Capri Pants.
22 women. Hold on. 22 women now?
Yeah, it's up to 22 now. Not all have filed, but now it's like, it's apparently there's a lot of women now at this point.
So a lot of women, all of them massage therapists? Or
strongly disputes the claims made by attorney Tony Bunsby, who claims to be talking to 22 women who say they were violated by Watson. Yeah, and they're all masseuses. Yes, pretty much. Yes.
Wow, he's seen a lot of masseuses, bro. That's a lot of masseuses.
I mean, if this ends up being true, he's like the son of Bill Cosby. Seriously, like like Bill Cosby was assaulting women for decades. None of them came forward, and then finally everything came out. This guy can he really be doing this? And if he's done it, if there's any truth to this is like the weirdest story in the world. You're going to tell me 22 women were assaulted by this guy, none of them went to the cops until now? That's crazy, dude. It's very Cosby-like, because Cosby was the ultimate American father, bro. Like, the Cosby Show was like the perfect American family. I mean, like, that dude, like, we all grew up with him, bro. Like, it was the weirdest thing. This would be kind of Cosby-ish, that it's come out of nowhere if it's true. Because none of us believed that Cosby was this predator that he turned out to be. None of us, dude. It's crazy. Crazy. I can't believe it.
I would just like to see the facts of the case, and that's where our legal system plays in.
Let's hope so. Go get yourself some Capri Pants, and we'll see you next week.
All right, man.
You got it. There you go. Our EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report. And don't forget to reach out to Eric, 305-433-4843. Go to the website, EJDconstruction.com.
This has been the EJDconstruction.com Miami Dolphins report with Omar Kelly. From additions to home remodeling, call Eric at 305-433-4843. Count on a company that's an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. EJDconstruction.com. Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Every Thursday, NBA fans can catch one of the best basketball shows in the country when Ethan Skolnick and Ira Winderman host Inside the Paint. Listen to two of the most knowledgeable and connected reporters in the business. Get year-round insight every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. with Inside the Paint on the home for hardcore basketball fans. OnsideRadio.com.
ADHD. It's the child who can't pay attention or sit still in school, right? The answer may be yes. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, can be complicated, and it can last a lifetime. Living with a condition can sometimes be a challenge. It may take years to accept a formal diagnosis, and it's not always easy to find the right treatment plan. Did you know that up to 75% of children and adolescents with ADHD have at least one additional mental health condition that also requires a comprehensive approach to treatment? ADHD guidelines were recently updated to reflect the need to screen for associated disorders. Be sure to talk with your child's doctor about proper screening and visit more2adhd.com for additional information. That's more2adhd.com. This message has been brought to you in partnership with Adhd, ACO, and CHAD.
Big news, Miami fans! Body Armor is proud to be the new official sports drink of Major League Soccer and Inter Miami CF. It doesn't matter if you're a player or a fan, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you with potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Whether you're at home or in the starting lineup, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you from kickoff to the final whistle. Body Armor, now the official sports drink of Inter Miami CF, available at your local Publix.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
If you missed 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh, you missed.
The things that men will do to their junk blows me away.
It's
like
idiotic.
People will, Prince Albert's just...
I don't know it.
A Prince Albert? You don't know what a Prince Albert is? Prince Albert is when you have them pierce your manhood through like the, like a giant, just, steel rod. On that note.
4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh, weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
At Baptist Health, we are ready.
To serve. To treat.
To safely proceed with your procedure.
We're ready for ER visits and office visits with skilled surgeons.
Advanced medicine.
And multidisciplinary teams.
We're ready for new arrivals.
Our new recoveries.
We are ready.
We're ready to diagnose, treat, and manage
anything that comes our way
with exceptional care and comfort.
With the same preparedness and compassion you've come to expect from Baptist Health.
And we are ready.
We're ready.
We're ready
to care for you.
With Make-A-Wish, the impossible becomes possible. A girl battling cancer can become a race car driver battling the course. The boy showing all the nurses his fire trucks can take the helm of a real one. Wishes can give kids with critical illnesses the strength to keep fighting, get better, and grow up.
Where there's a wish, there's a way.
Wishes need you. Visit Make-A-Wish at wish.org.
This is the Big O Show. What the hell was that?
Oregon, baby.
Oh, okay. This is the Big O Show. What the hell is going on here? Like, wow, Tito's
Dono and I got +5 on Oregon, so we are the Oregon Ducks.
All right.
For today, at least.
And thank you, Ian, chiming in with the capri pants. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes. We will get into a little Dolphin draft talk here to start off hour number 2. What does the Isaiah Wilson move mean? I also want to get into the Deshaun Watson story because there's a couple of twists and turns that I want you to – I'm going to run this by you, okay? And I want you to think about this because you have to really think about this, okay? I'm serious. I mean, this is something that it's got to go through your mind when you're thinking about this case, and it's just an odd situation. But I will explain because I need a little more time than what we have in this segment here at the top of the hour before we start hour number 2 here on the program. In hour number 2. Anthony Chang from the Miami Herald will be joining us. We'll talk a little Heat basketball with him at 1:34. So we'll get his thoughts on the Heaters. What else do we have? And then I got a bunch of other things. Obviously, we got to talk Heat with Anthony, and we'll talk about the Heat losing over the weekend. They've lost a few in a row now. The Panthers also lost There's a couple of things that I want to talk about. One is really ridiculous that's going on in the NBA, just embarrassing. Some stuff in boxing that's also extremely embarrassing. A couple of football notes that I definitely want to get into. What else do we have here? Yes. Oh, and a Dolphin gets some love nationally, and I like that too. So I got a bunch of things to talk about over the next 2 hours. We got another guest with Anthony Chang. We will take your phone calls at 888-441-4623. If you want to get in, the text line 844-416-8123. You can send in your questions on YouTube. You can send them in on Twitter at Big O Show. Let's take a break. Back with more right here on the Onside Zone.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Welcome to OnsideRadio.com. Broadcasting from South Florida to the world. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk.
This is like rock and roll with no music.
Follow us on social media at Onside Radio.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Now streaming online. Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Time to get in the zone. The Onside Zone.
And look, man, I don't care if you're my wife. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it. You know what I mean?
The Onside Zone.
He's a liar. And there's nothing new about that. He's full of crap. If you're believing that, I got a bridge in the Keys. It's the one on the right side. Just want you to know, when you're going south, you'll see the smaller bridge on the right. I've got that one for sale if you're interested.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
That's the one boy band that I will say, dude, I'll stand up for Boys to Men every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Love those guys.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a Big O.
All right. We're back. Hora número 2 on the Onside Zone. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for subscribing to the YouTube page. Please hit the like button a lot. Hit the like button, okay? That gets, the algorithms going. It shares it even more. All of that good stuff. Very important to hit the like button when you're there. So please help us out with that. Subscribe, also very important. Got to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So por favor, get in there. Por favor. We need to build it up quickly. All right, so got a bunch of things to talk about. First of all, I want to get into this Deshaun Watson mess because there is now I just read you the story with Omar that there's apparently 22 women involved now in all of this. Tony Busby claims to be talking with 22 women who said they were violated by Watson. Most of the women who have filed lawsuits claim Watson first contacted them on Instagram to set up a massage, which they found surprising considering Watson is a pro athlete who should have tons of resources at his disposal to find established therapists. Our sources tell us Watson didn't just find these women out of the blue, insisting when his usual therapist was stopped by COVID pandemic, he reached out to various friends, teammates, and associates to get recommendations. Okay? So, it's all there. And there was this one woman that came out to defend Deshaun Watson. And the woman's name is Lala, not Anthony, another Lala. She goes by Lala on social media. And the address on Twitter, you want to see this, Lovely Lala, and La is L-A-A, and then the other La is L-A-A-A, 2 A's and 3 A's. So Lovely La with 2 A's, and then La with 3 A's, all one word on Twitter. You may want to check this out. So the woman goes by Lala on social media, sent out a tweet Friday about her relationship with Watson. She claims she has given Watson several massages and not once did it turn sexual. She says it was always professional. Now, there is no other, significant information I checked out. It just says your girl next door, back and better, single as F. That's what it says. Now, you got to see, this woman is smoking hot, okay? Right? And this way, right. Smoking hot, okay? I don't know how much you can see from here. I don't know if you could tell, but she does, it just, in other words, it really doesn't do you a favor, what's it called, to talk to, kind of show this kind of woman, okay, as a masseuse, because it just, she's got some doozies, bro. I'm telling you. She is very, very talented. And, here's one where she's by a pool table, right? And she puts, "I'll rock, you bust."
Are you all right, man? Like you're pausing every 2 sentences, like you're running short of breath here.
No, because you're not. You can't see what I'm doing there.
I know.
Because I'm reaching for new pictures and showing it on video.
Oh, okay.
So they can kind of see who she is, and I'm telling you, Lovely La with 2 A's and La with 3 A's. She's impressive. I gotta tell you, she's impressive. But when you're calling, God, I hate to say this, okay, but I'm a married dude, so whatever, bro. I'll just say what I gotta say. If I call that woman for a massage, tents are arising. You understand what I'm saying? Tents are arising. What else what other reaction are you gonna have as a man? Hard to stay calm, cool, and collective with that all over you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, and I'm just being a man. Okay? Men, I'm just saying, it just hard to keep your control with a woman like that. That's all I got to say. I don't know what went on. I don't know if anything went on between the two. It's just, I'm not sure she's the right person to be defending you on social media, because it just you go through her social media page and she looks like a really hot babe that is looking for guys. That's what she looks like. She doesn't look like a masseuse on there. She's not really promoting her business or anything like that, if she has one. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird, okay? Am I wrong here, Tito? That that when you see this woman defend him, that may have been the wrong woman to come forward to defend him? You know what I'm saying?
I guess. I don't know.
I'm saying I gotta go by what I'm seeing. That's all. That's all I know. I don't know the whole facts of it, but it's not a good look. Okay? It's just not a good look. Because she is fine as hell. And I'm just saying, I don't know if you're calling that just for a massage. I'm just saying, I got to be honest. So he kind of needed Miss Ballbreaker from Porky's or Mama June or somebody to come out. Yeah, I've massaged Deshaun many times. Never sexual. So that way it kind of, but it like you show like a smoking hot woman that is out for massages and you're like, ah. That one was kind of weird, man. Okay, that's all I can say. Ian says she's fine as, yeah, exactly. And Herman, yes, la, exactly. But you got to put lovely in front of it, okay? And then you're all good. Alex Diaz goes, oh my God, she's fine. Herman says, is the vaccine doing its work, Big O? You're getting speechless with that images. I mean, wouldn't you? Did you see the images? I'm just saying. Did you see the images? Can you blame me? Can you blame me? I mean, that's a feed that I can just, kind of peruse for a little while there, because there's a lot of good pictures there, I'm telling you. Alex says, oh, if she comes out and defends him, then Busby is done. I don't know, man. I'm just...
Yeah, I feel like we keep seeing people say this is over, like providing conclusions. Man, just wait, bro. There's no reason.
No, there's obviously we got to wait now.
Yeah.
Too many people come forward.
This is getting way out of hand.
This is hairy as hell. Look, I still don't like Busby as far as I can throw him. Okay? That guy rubs me the wrong way. No matter what. The case is already shady because of him. Okay? Not the women, because the women could be telling the truth, but I'm looking at him, and I don't buy him for 1 freaking second. Okay? Not 1 second. So, it's crazy, man. It is crazy. But when I saw that woman come forward to defend him, I was like, man, you just needed a woman that was kind of normal. Did you have to, whip out a 12? From 1 to 10, you whipped out a 12? Seriously. That's the kind of woman that most guys that call her for a massage then want to marry her. Okay? May not be a good idea, but I'm just saying that's... With that body, you're like, holy moly, yeah. Stay here with me. That kind of stuff. Here's the other thing that I thought of. Have you guys seen Deshaun Watson's fiance, I believe? Do you guys know who she is? Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys. But that's the thing about, this is the part that I'm kind of, let's just say, a little taken aback. And I can also tell that he is not with a Latin woman. Her name is Jilly, how do you pronounce it? Anias? Maybe, I think is how it's pronounced. So I don't know if you guys have seen Jillian Anias. Okay? She is, let me see, I don't know, the glare off the thing, whatever. She is smoking and a half, okay? He's got a super good-looking woman already as it is, okay? Look at that, okay? She is a beautiful girl. So now, if I'm her, and I'm looking at, the masseuse that came forward, I got to tell you something. I get a massage because, I don't know, I had some back pain, this and that. I had a car accident, had some therapy, and now I got to get some more therapy. So they have suggested that I get a massage every 2 weeks or whatever, right? If I order Lovely Lala to give me a massage and my wife sees Lovely Lala giving me a massage, I got to tell you something. I'm dead. I'm history. I'm in the archives, bro. I'm divorced. I'm broke. I'm in misery. Do you get me here? Do you understand what I'm saying? So if I'm this girl that is tied to Deshaun, I'm not sure exactly fiance or girlfriend, whatever it is, and you're smoking in your own ways, and yet you're getting massages from these, 12s, I would be a little concerned if I'm her too. I'm just saying. Again, I'm just using common sense. I'm just being normal. I'm just telling you, men don't order lovely lalas to give you a massage. Because if you do, there's a good chance you will get in trouble. Or there's a good chance you want to get in trouble. Okay? Just saying. I'm just saying. It's really an odd situation. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. If you want to get in, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. The text line, 844-416-8123. That's 844-416-8123. You can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. You can reach out to us also on the YouTube chat line. We'll take your questions and your comments when we come back on the other side. Anthony Chang will join us at the bottom of the hour to talk a little Heat basketball. Will they make a trade? Back with more right here on OnsideRadio.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
She's kind of a big deal. Some people like to say it's only because of how she looks. She sticks her tongue out a lot. But there's just something about her that makes people do crazy things, like get tattoos of her face, or wait in line for hours just to say hi. Lil Bub is a 2-year-old cat, an Instagram celebrity with a following bigger than some 90s television stars. And it all started because she was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Lil Bub, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Riddle me this, with all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's new papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Get a new papadilla, 4 flavors, just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich, Papa John's.
Big O for M&S Air Conditioning. You know, air quality in your home and business is more important than ever. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning and let them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit. Folks, it attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. With stellar customer service, answering your call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. For more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans, visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
Every Thursday, NBA fans can catch one of the best basketball shows in the country when Ethan Skolnick and Ira Winderman host Inside the Paint. Listen to 2 of the most knowledgeable and connected reporters in the business. Get year-round insight every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. with Inside the Paint on the home for hardcore basketball fans. OnsideRadio.com.
Big news, Miami fans! Body Armor is proud to be the new official sports drink of Major League Soccer and Inter Miami CF. It doesn't matter if you're a player or a fan, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you with potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Whether you're at home or in the starting lineup, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you from kickoff to the final whistle. Body Armor, now the official sports drink of Inter Miami CF, available at your local Publix.
If you missed Man of the Match with Alex Dono, you missed.
I think we need to normalize the nickname Dick again. There used to be a lot of dicks. Now, you know, people think about the male anatomy. I don't know why we can't use Dick as a nick. There was something the strong, silent type would have the name Dick. Yeah, sure, it was a nickname for Richard, but Richards now will just go by Rich or Richard. Like, nobody goes by Dick anymore. I think we need to normalize Dick.
Man of the Match with Alex Dono from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m.
All right, welcome back. We take it till 3. Alex Dono will take over. He's already warming up the fastball in the bullpen. Was just talking to him now. I said, so if you have lovely Lala come give you a massage, what happens with your wife? He's like, he's done. Because really, think about it. You have lovely Lala give you a massage. I can guarantee you my wife already thinks I banged her. It's over. What wife? Like, oh, yeah, sure, you just got a massage from her. Sure. That's it. Your wife is already thinking you banged her. You might have her impregnated because you did it without a rubber for sure. That's the other thing. And then you should just, we're done. You go marry her. That's it. How dare you? No, but honey, I have a back problem. I did get a real massage from her. Oh, sure. Sure you got a massage from her. I'm sure you got a lot more. It's over. How can you look? There's no normal woman that looks at you and says, oh, lovely Lala's here to massage you. All right, go ahead, lovely Lala. Come on. Her name is Lovely Lala. What massage therapist is called Lovely Lala? Think about that. Just let that marinate in your mind just a little bit. Lovely Lala. Sounds like a good person I should call a massage. Whoa. That's, because, Lovely Lala sounds like a great massage therapist name, right, Tito? I mean, that's the perfect business name right there. Lovely Lala.
Yeah.
Deshaun losing record with the Texans and will soon have a losing record with his girlfriend. Man of 1,005 holds. Alex Diaz says, my fiance is Puerto Rican and Dominican, and every time I look at a woman, she starts yelling at me. Oh, Diaz, dude, if she found out you were getting a massage from Lovely Lala, it's over, bro. It's over. You told me there. She's Puerto Rican / Dominican. Bro, she's cutting your nuts off and you're getting a divorce. And she's going to have your nuts hanging from her rearview mirror. Okay? Some people put that little tree to put some smelling. Back in the day, they used to put the fuzzy dice. I have my Inter Miami ID hanging from mine. Your girlfriend, or what is it, Alex? What'd you say? Fiance. Your fiance will have your nuts hanging from her rearview mirror. Guaranteed. Okay? I can guarantee you this. Citibank calling me from. Citibank, you have been a thorn in my side the last week. Anyway, what else do we have here? GP Trap says he is in trouble. Yeah, it just doesn't look good, dude. Just doesn't look good. Lovely Lala is one of your massage therapists. It's, I mean, in fact, if you're talking with your friends and you say, oh, no, check, I had this massage from Lovely Lala, what do you think your friends are going to say? Okay, when the guys are just in a group, no women around, no wives, no girlfriends, no nothing. It's just a bunch of guys together. All right, Tito, are you ready? A bunch of guys together, just guys. One guy shows the other one, hey, dude, I got this massage from this woman called Lovely Lala. What is the guy going to say to the guy that just got the massage?
You give him the eyes. You just give him those okay, all right. I know what's going on.
But then you're going to follow up with, you banged her, right? You banged her, right?
Yeah, whether jokingly or seriously asking, you're asking that, yeah.
No, you're seriously asking her.
I mean, if they're in a committed relationship.
I can guarantee you're seriously asking her because as a guy, you vicariously want to live through that guy at that moment. Okay? I'm just being honest. Okay? If you can't handle the honesty, I'm completely sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm telling you how guys act. Okay? And if anybody wants to lie because you're sitting there with your girlfriend or wife listening to right now, you go ahead and lie to her. No, we would never say those kind of things. Every guy would say it. Dude, did you bang her? Like, her name is Lovely Lala. Are you kidding me? She's just a therapist? Look at the pictures on her Twitter page. She's telling you to rock and you break or you bust. Did you bust? You know what? I mean, automatic. Any guy that tells another guy, hey, I got a massage from this woman, I know what the follow-up question is. And in fact, if you didn't bang her, the jokes for the next few hours that afternoon or that evening will be, this effing loser hung out with this and couldn't bang. And they'll run into another person later on as they're hanging out having drinks. And the guy says, hey, you gotta see this. This guy ended up getting a massage from this woman, and he didn't bang her. And everybody in the town, oh, no, I would have done it. I would have, guaranteed. I'm just telling you the way guys are, okay? Most of them are all BSing that they would have banged her or whatever, but I'm just telling you, that's where the conversation goes. Guaranteed. Any men on the YouTube chat board want to disagree with me here on that conversation of real guys hanging out, BSing with each other, and lovely Lala comes up as a subject? Come on. Dennis Aker says, I hope all my Finns fan are doing good. Love the show, Big O. Keep up the great work. Thank you, sir. Ian from Brooklyn says, you 100% correct, O. Of course I am. That's what men do. Hey, babe, I got a massage from a lovely Lala. She looks on social media at her pic, crime scene unit at my house. Yeah, you damn right. Damn right, Alex. Alex Rodriguez says, what's up, Big O? What's up, Mr. Rodriguez? Thank you for joining us. And remember, punch that like button. I mean, smash it, man. We need it for the algorithm. It's very, very important. Okay, folks? Very, 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 very important. I'm just saying, I saw that today and I was laughing. I got to admit, I was laughing. I was like, well, this is not the right woman to defend him. I'm telling you. And then what about this story, too? Okay, so we talked about that. What about this story now? That I read that there are still teams interested in trading for Deshaun Watson. Now, this is a story. We don't know how true it is, if it's accurate, any of that stuff. We really don't know. But here's how the story goes on the Deshaun Watson situation. Here it is. It says, with 7 lawsuits already filed, 5 more promised, and at least 10 more possibly coming, common sense suggests that it's become difficult, if not impossible, for the Texans to trade quarterback Deshaun Watson. Well, Aaron Wilson from the Houston Chronicle, and we know Aaron very well, cites unnamed sources to support claims that multiple teams remain interested in Watson: Eagles, Panthers, Jets, Dolphins, Niners, and Broncos. Interested in actually making a trade are two different things. With the current legal cloud over Watson, anyone who trades for him would assume the risk that Watson will be suspended without pay eventually. The new team would also possibly have to pay Watson if he's placed on the commissioner's exempt list while the various lawsuits proceed or while a prosecution happens. For now, it's hard to imagine anyone trading for Watson. That could change in time. His lawyer, Rusty Hardin, has said that a response to the allegations is coming this week. With so many persons making claims against Watson, it won't be easy for Hardin to make all of this go away. Now, I love this story in the way it's created as a total story. You know what I mean? Because it's filled with all kinds of craziness. But the reality's got to be that those teams are interested, I would imagine, but to a certain extent. And this is what I doubt wholeheartedly. Not one of those teams is trading for Watson right now. The only way they would trade for Watson right now is if Houston says, give us a second rounder and he's yours.
I will only – I'm not going to say that teams are going to give the farm for Deshaun, but my only contention to what your point is there is Antonio Brown went through hell last year.
And nobody touched him.
And the moment he got cleared of those situations, he was on the roster for the Bucs.
Yes.
The moment he got those cases just delayed, not even dismissed, because those sexual assault cases are still open.
Right.
And those cases go to trial this upcoming December.
Yep.
So if Deshaun even gets them delayed, teams will trade for him.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll give up the same.
Yeah, the compensation won't be the same,
Now,
right? Yeah.
Now
okay.
the Texans have lost in compensation.
But
now.
just based on market value, if we're stacking those two things, Antonio versus Deshaun, people are trading for Deshaun.
Yeah, but I still don't know how many are going to trade for him right now with all of that pending, and then they've got to take on all those questions. Because, look, the Dolphins have to answer the Isaiah Wilson questions for a couple days, and then it's gone. But you still got to carry Deshaun. Oh, my God, this thing is dragging out for over a year. Because you're talking about if 22 women start talking and you end up with 10, 15 cases, they're not all going to be tried at once. They're all individuals. So they're all going to be tried individually. So this thing is going to take forever. And so forever, you're answering all those questions. And if he's suspended, you're answering that he's guilty and he's serving suspension. And why did you trade for him? And all this stuff. And I got to tell you something. With Tua, you have a great kid. You have a leader, a winner, an excellent athlete. He can play the quarterback position, and none of this stuff will ever happen with him because he's not wired that way. He's not the kid that's going to go get an IG model to massage him because basically that's what it's looking like to me. You didn't really get real masseuses. It looks to me like you got an IG model to come massage you because that's what lovely Lala looks like. She looks like the IG model that's there for more than just massages. It's weird. All right, let's switch gears. Let's talk to Anthony Chang from the Miami Herald. Let's talk a little Heat basketball. They lost again last night. They've lost 3 in a row right now. The Heat are hurting. Will they make a move? And who is up for trade? We'll talk to Anthony Chang about that next. We do want to remind you that Heat and NBA fans can catch Ira Winderman here exclusively at OnsideRadio.com with our Acura Pembroke Pines Miami Heat reports. Catch Ira throughout the week at OnsideRadio.com. And when news breaks, basketball fans know Onside Radio is the place you get the insight you need.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
He was the heart of your family, and he taught you our history. He helped you fix your first flat. He was the best backyard DJ around, and every time he'd tell a story, he'd own the room. But now more than ever, he may feel alone. Today, older adults and their loved ones are struggling to connect, in a time when connection has never been more important. But there is something we can do. Embrace our older loved ones through StoryCorps Connect. With StoryCorps Connect, you can honor seniors remotely with an interview about their life. Every interview will be archived at the Library of Congress, becoming part of American history, so that years from now, future generations can listen in.
All right, Grandpa, what's one piece of advice you have for me?
Just 3 words, sweetheart. Live with courage. The man that had the best stories still has plenty of stories to tell. So connect virtually and share the conversation of a lifetime at StoryCorpsConnect.org/AARP. Connect, honor, share. StoryCorps Connect. A message from AARP, StoryCorps, and the Ad Council.
He has an overbite that makes him look like a cartoon character, a slightly crooked eye, and an uncommonly wrinkly neck. In the right light, he can look a little like a garden gnome, and he'll wear a bow tie just because. Sure, you might call him a little quirky, but that's exactly what makes him so perfect. Tuna is a 3-year-old Chihuahua Dachshund mix with more than 700,000 followers on Instagram, and it all started because he was adopted. You can't buy a best friend like Tuna, but you can adopt one. Help us save them all at bestfriends.org.
Enter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
Catch a South Florida staple every afternoon as Alex Dono hosts the Man of the Match. Dono covers everything from football to football to MMA. Tune in to one of the most complete sports shows in the country with Man of the Match with Alex Dono from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. every weekday, exclusively at OnsideRadio.com.
Riddle me this. With all this sizzling meat and crunchy veggies nestled between toasty flatbread, who should get credit for Papa John's new papadilla? The person who invented pizza or the person who invented folding? Well, whoever it is, a tip of the tongue hat to you, sir or madam. Get a new papadilla, 4 flavors, just $6 each. Better ingredients, better pizza, better than a sandwich. Papa John's.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
Currently in the college basketball world, the Oregon Ducks taking on Iowa with Luke Garza. Ducks in firm control, leading 67-55, 16 minutes left in the second half here in the NCAA tournament. Miami Heat losing to the Indiana Pacers on Sunday, 109-106. The Heat have lost 3 in a row. The Heat shot 9 for 37 from the three-point line in a very poor shooting effort. Heat reportedly looking to add either Kyle Lowry or LaMarcus Aldridge. Florida Panthers fell to the Tampa Bay Lightning 5-3 on Sunday. Panthers get the Blackhawks on Tuesday at 8 p.m. in Chicago. Panthers going as a slight betting favorite. With your Onside Sports Update, I'm Tito Bonacci. Coming up next, it's more of the Onside Zone with the Big O right here. OnsideRadio.com.
What is dedication?
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is Dariana. We call him Day for short. Every day he's hungry for something, whether it's attention, affection, knowledge. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that when he's no longer under my wing, that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. The craziest thing was believing that your dad knew everything. So as a dad, you felt like you had to know everything. You had to get everything right. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then, it kind of starts to work itself out. I want him to be able to sit back one day and go, we worked together, we did a good job.
That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
I'm getting maybe getting my my retriever. Anyway, all right, let's rock and roll. Anthony Chang is always kind enough to join us on the program. You can follow him like I and many others do on Twitter at Anthony_Chang. Catch his exceptional work at the Miami Herald. Let's break down a Deshaun Watson trade. You ready, Anthony? Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm just having fun with you, bro. Having fun. All right.
I wasn't prepared for that one. I'm not prepared for that one.
Speaking of trades, all right, I saw Zach Lowe put out that he doesn't think Tyler Hero will be put in a Lowry trade. What are you hearing at how badly Miami is going after Kyle Lowry, and what does it look like in compensation if they go after Kyle Lowry?
Look, from what I hear and what I know is, obviously, and as many have reported, the Heat is interested in trading for Kyle Lowry. I think that's pretty safe to say at this point. I've heard the same thing. I've also heard, the Heat is one of the teams that Kyle would be interested in being traded to. And that matters because him and Toronto have a good relationship and they're going to work with him, on a deal. I'm sure he'll be have a say in where he ends up. As far as compensation, look, Kyle makes $30 million this season on an expiring deal. And to make it work, based on NBA rules, the Heat need to send out about $24 million. So, you're taking out Bam and Jimmy because they're not going to be in the trade, obviously. And the next three highest salaries are Andre, Kelly, and Goran. So you think definitely at least one of those guys will have to be in the deal, maybe two. One hypothetical scenario I put out was, Kelly and Andre Iguodala, and then maybe, Duncan, if Tyler's not included. Those three for Kyle Lowry. That would work according to the, salary cap rules, and that's probably, what it would look like, something close to that. Maybe Kendrick Nunn attached, but you're looking at giving away, probably 2 to 3 rotation players. And, to get Kyle, I'm sure Toronto will want one of the Heat's young assets like a Duncan or, even a Tyler Hero.
You like that trade?
I don't know. I see both sides, to be honest. I know that's kind of an easy way out. The thing that worries me is that Kyle's going to be 35 this week. He's still playing at a really high level. He could help this team in the short term. But, man, giving away 3, what you could say what you want. They're up and down. They haven't played well this season. Giving away 3 rotation players, 2 starters, and then Andre Iguodala, who basically plays the entire fourth quarter most games. This rotation is going to look a lot different than it does right now if you give that away. So, you're giving up a lot for a guy who's on, again, an expiring contract, which you would think if he's traded here, there would be some understanding that he would re-sign at least for a year or two.
Of course, yeah.
After this season's up. But still, you're giving up, 3 key contributors, on this team.
Oh, yeah, but 3, he doesn't replace the production from the 3 contributors.
Right. No, look, in the playoffs, you want high-end talent, right? And Kyle, if it's a deal, if the hypothetical scenario plays out and it's Duncan, Kelly, and Andre, obviously I think Kyle's the best player in that deal, and he will get the best player in the trade. But then, the Heat's depth is kind of takes a hit. They got Trevor Ariza, so maybe, Trevor, once he gets his legs under him, could fill in the Andre Iguodala role. So that's one way you could kind of justify it. You're still one big man short if you give away Kelly. Maybe the Heat go after LaMarcus Aldridge in the buyout market. I know there's some interest there if he doesn't get traded. So maybe, that's the way they see it. If they can trade those 3 for Kyle Lowry, they have Ariza who could take in, play those Iguodala minutes, and then they hope to get, Aldridge in the buyout market to play in the Kelly Olynyk role. Maybe that's the way they see it, but again, it's a lot of ifs there. But I think if, the trade does happen, it would look something like that.
Aldridge is available already, right?
He is available, but, the Spurs are going to try to trade him because they don't want to give him for nothing if they don't have to. So they're going to wait right up until the deadline. And if they can trade him, the thinking is they will, they'll come to terms on a buyout, and then he'll become a free agent.
Okay. Yeah, then of course, obviously, why is it that Miami always gets their guys like 10 years after they wanted them? Seriously, Kyle Lowry and now Aldridge, you're picking guys up, 10 years after you really needed them, bro. That's the other thing that I don't like about this move. Like the Aldridge one is all right. It does even Aldridge at his height, he bothered me at times because, and I'm talking about his height like when he was at his best. One of the things that always bothered me about Aldridge, I thought he was soft as a player. So to me, I just don't look at that guy the same way other people do. Lowry is different. Lowry's a fighter. I like him a lot. The only thing is that, what do you have left, dude? You have a year and a half left in your body? You signed him for 2 more years. I'm worried about that, 3rd year from now, if he can really be productive. And he's had his share of injuries, too, already.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a valid point, and that's kind of what the Heat have to weigh, right? Like, how do you find that balance of, okay, we want to maximize Jimmy's window here, right? Jimmy, you would think at 31, he has obviously a handful of years left in his career, one would think, but he probably has 2 to 3 really, really good prime years left. So the Heat want to maximize that window. And, if they think that a trio of Kyle, Bam, and Jimmy can contend for a championship along, if you keep Goran, you have Goran, you have Tyler Hero, and Trevor Ariza, and just that core, if they think they can contend in the East, then you make that deal. But again, it's a risky move because again, you're giving up 3 rotation players. But on the other spectrum, on the other side of it, those 3 players might not be here next season. I mean, Duncan's going to be a restricted free agent. I don't know if the Heat are, we'll see if the Heat will give him the big contract, the big pay raise he's going to get this offseason. Kelly is going to be a free agent, and Andre Iguodala has a $15 million team option that the Heat probably will not exercise. So they're all 3 going to be free agents. So maybe the Heat say, look, we're not, these 3 guys aren't going to be back next year anyway. Let's make this trade.
Now, the other thing that I worry about is the Heat, and maybe I'm looking too much into this right now, Anthony, and please tell me if I am. The Heat also might be a little desperate to make that Kyle Lowry move because I think what's really detrimental to this team is that you're making Jimmy Butler play a role that he should not be playing. And if he's got to kill himself every night to get a triple-double just to keep your ass above water, I think you're going to wear out Jimmy to hell. And I think you're going to do Tom Thibodeau-like damage to him that, if you want him to actually be productive in the final 2 years of this deal, you're working your way to kind of destroying that. And maybe they desperately need to go get that other person to take that pressure off of Jimmy. Because, look, I respect him. I love what he said yesterday in the post-game press conference. I'm always going to take that shot. And God bless you, dude. You're fearless as hell. But the reality is that's not who you are. You've never been that guy. You're not a scorer. You can score, but you're not a scorer. You've never been that guy in this league. And to ask him to do this every night, I think you're putting one hell of a toll on him physically and mentally, whether he wants to admit it or not. Am I looking too much into it?
No, I think you're right. And I think it all, I know we keep saying it, but I think it all comes back to the shooting and the regression, this team's regression in the 3-point shooting. Last year, up until the finals really, or into the playoff run, in the regular season, I mean, Jimmy put up his numbers. He played very well, but he didn't have to do that much offensively. I mean, this team was a top 10 offense, had the second best 3-point percentage. Their shooters were all making, all pretty efficient, and Duncan Robinson, one of the best, 3-point percentages in NBA history. So Jimmy would just drive into the paint and then kick it out, and the guys would make a 3. This year, that hasn't been the case, and Jimmy's had to carry more of the offensive load, and you see it in the numbers. Like, the Heat have the 6th least efficient offense in the NBA right now, the 2nd worst 3-point percentage in the NBA after finishing with the 2nd best 3-point percentage in the NBA last season. Even during the winning streak and, when they were winning and turning the season around, the defense was the one carrying the load. I think they had the top defense for a few months. The offense was still in the bottom half of the league. And what you've seen the last 3 games is, the defense is, maybe not has been as great as they were the last few months, but the offense, still hasn't improved and it's caught up to them. So the offense is really the issue here. Kyle would definitely help. He's another playmaker. He's a really good shooter, shooting close to 40% on threes on like 7 attempts this season. So he would bring that 3-point shooting. So, the addition of Kyle would help in the short term. Again, though, you just have to weigh the cost and the long-term impact of a move like that.
All right, this offense is where it's at. Why? What's the biggest disappointments to you and why this offense has struggled so much and why it demands so much more from Jimmy?
The 3-point shooting, like I said, that's been the biggest. Duncan, Duncan has regressed from 44% to 38%. Tyler Hero, I think, is like at 32% after shooting around 38% last year. Kelly shot a career best from 3 last season. He's shooting a career low this season. So you just look at those 3 and the regret, and they're missing open shots. Like at some point you think things will even out and they start making them, but so far that hasn't happened yet. And that's been the biggest step back for this offense. And then you also have to look at Goran. He just hasn't been available consistently. And he was so important to this offense last year, especially in the playoffs. You take Goran out of the equation. Again, another playmaker, another guy who can take the pressure off of Jimmy. He just hasn't been there. He hasn't found a rhythm yet, even when he's on the court. So he's had his moments, but he hasn't put anything together consistently. So I think, you point to all that 3-point shooting and then just the fact that Goran really hasn't been Goran yet this season.
Anthony Chang, of course, Heat beat writer for the Miami Herald, joining us here. Follow him on Twitter at Anthony_Chang. Anthony, is this move really worth it if they can make the move for Kyle Lowry? How far will it take you? And is it more about trying to go as far as you can in the playoffs, or is it also this is our better option because we've kind of given up on some of our young guys? That high that they were on last year, they've kind of lost it, and there's a lull now, and the shine is off. How much of it is it that we desperately want to maybe possibly get to an Eastern Conference Finals, which I think could be their max if they get a Lowry? Or is it that, you know what, let's acquire another guy because we've got to move on. These young guys don't have it.
I mean, you've been around this team longer than I have, Big O. You know what it's about for this for Pat Riley and that front office. It's all about the playoffs and getting to the finals. Yeah. So I think if they make this move, it's about does this make us better in the playoffs? And again, I think you can make the argument that it does. It hurts the depth in the regular season, but as we know, in the playoffs, high-end talent wins games. And Kyle Lowry would very likely be the best player in any deal the Heat makes for him. So the Heat would be getting another. He's an all-star talent. I think he's made the all-star game 6 times, and they've all been pretty recent, all-star appearances. So he's a third all-star talent on this team, and if Goran gets healthy and he somehow returns to form of last year, you're talking about 4 all-star talents on this roster. So I think it's all about how it translates into the postseason.
By the way, that was really cool on Spo last night, because whether the referee, noticed the timeout or not, and Jimmy didn't even notice that he was trying to call a timeout. I thought it was really cool how Spo told the story that, hey, earlier in the game I called the timeout. The referee didn't pick up on it, and Tyler hits the 3. And then the referee looks at me like, well, I missed it, but you benefited from me not calling it. So, it's so lazy and easy for us to blame a mistake from an official. And I thought the way Spo handled it and talking about how, everybody's dealing with so much that not to, really go after the refs. You just got to respect the hell out of Spo, how he carries himself all the time, man.
Yeah, he was obviously upset. And it's happened to him a few times already this season where late in the game he tries to call a timeout and they don't hear him. But yeah, he showed, like you said, he wanted to show some grace to the officials. I mean, everyone's job is a little different right now. Everyone's job is a little more complicated than normally, right now. So, with the mask, it's tough. You can make the argument that maybe the NBA should do something to make it more obvious when the coach calls a timeout, whether it's like a buzzer or, like when you challenge a play, how the green light turns on, something like that. But right now, it's there hasn't been that, and you just have to kind of get the officials' attention. And it's hard when officials can't read lips, and sometimes the mask makes it hard to hear, and even the piped-in crowd noise is pretty loud. So yeah, it's difficult, and I think Eric Spoelstra was upset, but he kind of was like, it's just part of what we're going through right now. And like you said, it evened out because the first time out, it resulted that didn't get called. It resulted in Heat points.
Good stuff as always. Follow him on Twitter at Anthony_Chang. Anthony, as always, studly on your part, my man. Thank you for joining us and dropping some knowledge. We really appreciate it.
Always, Big O. Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you. There you go. Anthony Chang, man. Good stuff as always. Good dude. Who's also good dudes? Mike and Greg at M&S Air Conditioning. I love these guys. They're just absolutely phenomenal. Listen, save this number right now, 954-421-3680. And listen, you know where we're at right now with the pandemic and everything going on. And it's not just a virus. It's colds, flus, all kinds of different things that are in the air. And this is why we had them install a high-efficiency polarized air filter in our AC unit right here, right above us, right next to us. And why? Because I want to make sure that we had extra coverage so when the air comes out, it is now, filtered. It is polarized. It's destroying the biological contaminants, and it improves the air quality of all of our employees here at Onside Radio. In fact, I had one installed in my home too, which is a beautiful thing. They do it within minutes. I mean, it doesn't take more than, half hour it takes for the installation. It's quick, please call the folks at M&S Air Conditioning. Make your place of work a little safer. Make your home a little safer. You just never know who walks in, and you don't want those contaminants flying in the air and causing problems and getting people sick. So call M&S Air Conditioning and create a safer environment. Clean your air ducts, man. Check your AC unit. M&S Air Conditioning does it all, folks. 954-421-3680. Go to the website, ac-florida.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
For over 20 years, Mr. Glass has been committed to the safety and satisfaction of our clients. Our products are the culmination of innovative engineering, aesthetic appeal, and the highest levels of quality. Through our legacy, Mr. Glass strives to impart the true meaning of quality, service, and sustainability to new generations. Reputation, experience, and trust is why clients choose Mr. Glass. Live the future now. Locate a dealer near you today.
If you missed Inside the Paint with Ethan Skolnick and Ira Winderman, you missed this.
I like what Indiana did for this reason. Victor Oladipo was sort of acting a little bit like a bitch, right?
Yeah,
He
right.
just was. There
There you
was
go.
always something with him.
Right.
Inside the Paint with Ethan Skolnick and Ira Winderman every Thursday from 10:30 to 11 a.m. Right here, exclusively at OnsideRadio.com.
At Baptist Health, we are ready.
To serve. To treat.
To safely proceed with your procedure.
We're ready for ER visits and office visits with skilled surgeons.
Advanced medicine.
And multidisciplinary teams.
We're ready for new arrivals.
Our new recoveries.
We are ready.
We're ready to diagnose, treat, and manage
anything that comes our way.
with exceptional care and comfort.
With the same preparedness and compassion you've come to expect from Baptist Health.
And we are ready.
We're ready.
We're ready
to care for you.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
Can I get a captain?
Captain and what?
Captain and ginger.
I can hear you.
Captain and ginger.
He was a captain and ginger. Captain and ginger. He was a captain and ginger.
Captain Morgan, official partner of Major League Soccer.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
You're listening to OnsideRadio.com. Catch up anytime by downloading the MyTuner Radio app. OnsideRadio.com, South Florida's true hometown station.
This is the Big O Show.
All righty, welcome back. We take you, of course, till 3, so we are about to head into the home stretch and go into the final hour of the program. I got a bunch of things that I want to talk about into that final hour. I want to get into Kyle Lowry joining the Miami Heat. How much is that going to help, if they should? I got a couple other Heat questions I also want to get into in the final hour of the program. I got a ridiculous thing going on in the NBA that I also need to talk about. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, a couple of other off-the-wall things that I should talk about in the NFL. And what else do we have here? Also, oh, yes, a little love for the Dolphins nationally, too. One specific player. So I thought that was actually really cool. So we'll get to that also here on the program. There's a bunch of things to talk about. Hour number 3 is going to come up. No guests in this hour, so it's all talk. We can take your phone calls at 888-441-4623. The text line, if you got questions, I have not gone to the text line today. If you have any questions, you can send them in. I'm going to do it here in the first segment when we come back at 844-416-8123. I see we got some questions in there. We'll get to more of them if you send them in there on the text line. Of course, don't forget to please give us a thumbs up. Smash that like button, man. It is so important. The most important thing you can do is smash that like button every day for all of our hosts, every show. If you're watching Alex Dono, if you're watching Michael Christian, if you're watching, Deep Into the Count, I don't care what show you're watching or listening to, please smash that like button, rate, review on the podcast. All those things are really, really, really important for all of us to grow. And you just don't imagine it, but I'm telling you, it is extremely important, so we appreciate it. All right, hour number 3, the great Tito Banash is driving the program. Don't forget, every Thursday, NBA fans can catch one of the best basketball shows in the country. This week, 1 hour for the trade special, when Ethan Skonik and Ira Winderman host Inside the Paint. Listen to two of the most knowledgeable and connected reporters in the business. Get your year-round insight every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. with Inside the Paint on the home for hardcore basketball fans, OnsideRadio.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. Onside Radio. No station in South Florida provides more live and local sports talk. Follow us on social media at Onside Radio.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
OnsideRadio.com knows gamers need a home.
Can you dig it?
That's why for the next 60 seconds,
Can you count, suckers?
here's your Onside Radio E-Report with Kai-Chen Chisholm.
Game studio Innersloth recently announced that the new map in their popular multiplayer game Among Us will release on March 31st along with multiple updates. The map will bring new spawn locations, bug fixes, more tasks, and much more for players to do. The studio, which does have a small development team, saw the game increase in popularity at random in the summer, over 2+ years after its original release. Streamers such as the group Offline TV, in particular Disguised Toast, took off in popularity with the rise of the game and have been expecting an update for quite some time. While they've been waiting for the update, streamers have been using mods in the game made by modder Automated to spice things up. The game can be played on PC, Nintendo Switch, iPhone, Android, and soon on Xbox.
Stay in touch in the world of gaming with the Onside Radio E-Report.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan. Time to get in the zone. The Onside Zone.
And look, man, I don't care if you're my wife. If I don't agree with you, I'm going to say it. You know what I mean?
The Onside Zone.
He's a liar. And there's nothing new about that. He's full of crap. If you're believing that, I got a bridge in the Keys. It's the one on the right side. Just want you to know, when you're going south, you'll see the smaller bridge on the right. I've got that one for sale if you're interested.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
That's the one boy band that I will say, dude, I'll stand up for Boys to Men every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Love those guys.
You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. The Onside Zone with a big O.
All right. For those of you that doubted me, don't ever do it again. Don't ever doubt me. We're here, baby. We took our second shot yesterday, our second vaccine of Pfizer. And about 40% of you thought I wasn't going to show up today. And we're here to rock and roll, and it's our third hour. I think we've had pretty good energy today, right, Tito? I haven't lacked any energy or anything like that on the air, right?
No, you've been good, man. You've been good. You've
blessed.
Yeah, you've hit the ground running.
Blessed. Very blessed that I did not get some of the effects. But I want to encourage all of you out there to go please get your vaccine. Sign up for it. Have patience. Take the time. It is better for all of us. It'll keep you safer. It'll keep you away from a hospital or death. You still could get COVID, but at least the effects of the virus will not be as killer as it could be. Okay? And killer as in a bad thing, not a good thing. All right? So please get your vaccine shot and continue to wear your mask. Continue to wash your hands. Continue to maintain your distance. We got to get everybody vaccinated so we could get to the point where now we can free ourselves from the masks and start to, but we got to crush it. Look what's going on in Europe. They went cheap on the vaccines. They weren't aggressive early on. They fell behind. I saw a report where Italy is hoping that by May, they'll have 11% of their country vaccinated. By May. By the end of May, we're going to have half our country vaccinated. Okay? I mean, it shows you. And luckily, the last dude that was there didn't buy enough. He stopped buying. Luckily, the guy that took over now here for the United States kept buying and now has overbought, which is what you should do. Okay? Might be the only good thing that Biden does, but whatever. It is what it is. But anyway, so I'm just saying, get your vaccine, man. It's stop, making crap up, okay? It's a good thing for all of us. And you had plenty of guinea pigs already. You had millions of people that took it already, and everybody's fine. I took it. Look, I've had 2 shots already. I had my second shot yesterday. I feel just fine. Now I've got a little extra layer of protection now, which is awesome. Problem is, some of you out there that are anti-maskers, you're almost thinking like this is the panacea. Oh, no, if I get my shot, that's it. I never have to wear a mask. No, that's not true, because you still could be a carrier, and you still could get somebody sick that doesn't have the vaccine, and you could kill them. So let's pace it. Let's be patient. Keep our distance. Wash our hands. Wear our masks. Let's eliminate this virus and make it so that it's less than 1%. It's so minimal, the people that are catching it. That way we can all be free and go do whatever we want. But if we keep it up, we're going to have to keep our masks on. And if we keep doing stupid things, like we saw at South Beach all weekend, not just their behavior, how many of them weren't wearing any masks? A ton. Most of them. Just not the way to go. Just telling you. Anyway. A lot of things to talk about. If you want to get in, 888-441-4623. I promised you I would answer some of your questions. Big O, congrats on the second vaccine. I'm still waiting for my first vaccine. I just heard the NFL in Cleveland is on now. Looking forward to seeing your draft show in Cleveland. Jeep from Pennsylvania. I'm with you. I was reading about it. Man, there's not going to be a lot of players. It's going to be kind of limited. All of that. I got to team up with a certain individual that might be watching right now and find out what the plan is, see what we're going to do. Because I haven't even got my plane ticket yet, and I need to get that right away already. Let's see. I think she was driving. He was a passenger. So he was a passenger on the left side of the truck? The video I saw, he was on the left side of the truck. Did that truck have the steering wheel on the right side? Did you see that scene with Isaiah?
The two things I saw were a Sprite bottle that looked like it was not Sprite, and I'm going to leave it at that. And
you're a trip.
Yeah, I mean, if you can look up, if people who are listening and don't know what I'm talking about, you can look up what I mean by that. Not very difficult. But also, I saw the video of him dancing on the car. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't care about that part. It was
the Sprite bottle is concerning.
Right. Well, yeah, I don't know what's in it, so I'm not sure. So I'm not gonna assume. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Here it is. I gotta pull up the video one more time. And check it out because it was I could have sworn he was on the driver's side. Okay, I'm almost 1,000% sure. I just need to pull it up now, unless he took it down. I don't know if he took it down. He's not very smart, so knowing him, he probably hasn't taken it down. Not that it really matters. Once you put it up, it's pretty much over. But let me see if I can find the damn video, because help me see if you can find it there and send it back to me, because to me that was the whole issue there. Okay? That's where I mean,
I don't know. Maybe because I know the specifics of the Sprite bottle stuff, but that is terrible. Like, I cannot stress that enough. It is so bad for you.
What do you
it's
assume?
Lean. It's lean.
Oh, it's that purple
cough syrup,
purple drink.
Yeah, cough
purple
syrup.
thing with
cough syrup and codeine. And Sprite.
What's the name of Lil Wayne does that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
if that's what it was, right? Like,
if that's what it was.
If it was, just it,
right.
Fits the glove.
Right. Yeah. If that's the case, then I'm with you there. Here we go. I'm pretty sure he was driving. Here's a video that I saw. Yeah, see? He's on the pass. He's driving. Let me see. I can't see her, but he's on the left side. So unless the driver's side was on the right side, is she driving? I can't tell. Because it doesn't look like he's looking forward. You might be right. You guys might be right. She might have been driving. I can't tell at all. I can't see. Now, she has her right hand somewhere. That's interesting. So he's got a truck with a right-handed driving wheel. That's interesting. What, did he go to Europe to go get it? Not exactly sure. And by the way, what is that cat he's got hanging from his neck? I think I would cut him just for the cat. He's got a white cat with pink eyes that are hearts. And I think I would just cut you just for that. Because it's just poor style. You guys might be right. They might have had a right-handed car driving. I just couldn't tell. You still can't really tell that she's driving. But that right hand looks like it's on a wheel. Because her left hand's with her phone, and she's just having some fun and all that stuff. It's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Aaron Gordon has requested a trade from the Orlando Magic per Jared Weiss from the NBA. Okay, so Jared Weiss reporting that. You want to trade for Aaron Gordon?
No.
Okay, I'm just asking. You don't got to snap at me.
No, I mean,
got to get all mad at me and stuff.
I'm not getting mad.
Jesus, got all bent out of shape there.
Yeah. Why would we do that when we have the next Klay Thompson just waiting on the roster? Per Heat Twitter. I mean, just Heat Twitter. I mean, the true scout and talent evaluators here.
You're a trip. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Poor Omar. You caught him off guard, Big O. 22 women. Wait, what? 22? Oh, well, yeah, because, I mean, not everybody has seen it. You can't catch every bit of news that comes across. I get surprised, too, at times with new information that I did not notice at that moment. Good afternoon, Big O. Kenneth Cleveland is live from the Boom Boom Room. Damn, Big O. It's the last La is boom boom material. Yeah, she is. She is boom boom material. No doubt about it. She is definitely boom boom material. Okay? I'm just being honest. Any married man or man with a girlfriend calls lovely Lala for a massage, you're broken up or you end up in a divorce. That's just the way it is. There's no other way to put it. You cannot show the picture of lovely Lala to your wife. You can't. Like, you're getting a massage from that? Sure. You're a liar. You know what I mean? I will have no shot at survival. Forget just divorce, survival. I'm married to a Cuban woman. Can you imagine that? You show lovely Lala to a Cuban woman? Oh, dude, your nuts are right off. Apparently, Surzup makes you feel like you're driving when you are actually by yourself on the swings at the local park. You know, like real OGs do it. Herman says Dolphins center Matt Skura said he preferred Dolphins because of Coach Flo's passion and care for players. There you go. I like it. Video tends to look like that, Big O. It did appear as if she was driving. It does. It does. Now, I did not notice that. I assumed that it was on the left-handed side. I'm not used to seeing cars, unless I'm in Europe. When the hell do I see a car driving on the right-handed side? It's very rare you see that anywhere in this country. There's a few cars floating around that people brought them over, and I get it. But that's definitely... Big O, he could have recorded the video as a passenger and reversed it by editing. Get out of here. You can do that too?
Yeah, it's a boomerang. You just post a boomerang. That might have been it.
Wow. Well, you guys are, you see, I'm sorry, dude. I'm just an old fart. You guys are way ahead of me on some of this stuff. Old. I had no idea that
it's an option on Instagram. You can record a boomerang. Yeah.
Yeah. You even boomerang. You even have a name for. I had no idea you can do that.
Yeah. It's just like kind of like a GIF.
It reverses whatever you're recording.
It goes back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But this one didn't go back and forth. He was permanently sitting on the left side. She was on the right side. So I don't know. That's okay. I'll take your word for it because I don't know too much about this. In order for me to, talk about it. By the way, did you see the Cubs minor leaguer that was ready to?
Yes.
Is that
guy? What a genius! Baseball bag. Who'd figure?
I know. Jesus Camargo, Montana. No, I'm sorry, Corrales. I'm sorry. A Cubs prospect in the farm system got busted with a boatload of drugs, and when we say boatload, we mean boatload. Police out of Colorado claim he was riding with a stash that would make Tony Montana blush. The 25-year-old was reportedly arrested this past week near Vail, where a sheriff's deputy said he saw Camargo's car speeding and changing lanes erratically, which is always really smart. When you're carrying a lot of drugs, you want to speed, you want to swerve, you want to look like you're drunk and high and all that. You want to cause as much attention. You want to bring as much attention to you when you're carrying a load of drugs. That's just a tip for you, thieves out there, you drug dealers, you criminals. Bring all the attention possible to you while you're committing a crime. It's really, really smart. Anyway, so after pulling him over, Camargo and his two passengers said they were driving to Denver from Phoenix. Then they gave conflicting stories on where they were going. Police then searched the vehicle. A canine unit is said to have been brought in. Cops said it sniffed something in the trunk. Cops say they discovered a Cubs duffel bag, which they claim contained 21 pounds of meth and 1.2 pounds of oxycodone pills, plus paraphernalia. You got to have your paraphernalia you know, with all your meth and oxycodone, codone or whatever it is, you got to have a lot of paraphernalia. So an arrest affidavit claimed that at first Camargo tried playing dumb, but then later admitted he had been contacted by somebody in Sonora, Mexico to deliver this bag to Denver and copped to the fact that he knew there might have been drugs inside. Way to go, dude. Way to go. As for what the alleged payoff was going to be, according to Camargo, per police, for this run, just a measly $500. That part's got to be wrong, right? Is this guy that stupid? Apparently he is. Speeding with drugs. And he's got millions of dollars in drugs, right? Because this has to be a lot of money in drugs for $500. So you're going to put your entire life at risk for $500. And check it out. Look how much we know about this story. How much has he told behind the scenes? Does he realize now that he's put a bullseye target on his head? Does he realize that whoever he brought those drugs for, that they are now probably going to kill his ass? Do they know that? Do they figure it out? Because obviously not. He was arrested, booked on drug charges, including unlawful distribution and possession of meth and oxycodone or codone. I don't know what it is. What is it? Sealer? What is it? Class 1 and Class 4 felonies, respectively. Camargo is reportedly still in custody as of Saturday. Unclear if he's been arraigned on charges yet. The Cubs, for their part, say they're aware of the situation and they're investigating the matter further, refusing to comment beyond that. Camargo, by the way, was a right-handed pitcher and was brought into the Cubs farm system in 2014. So my man's been a minor leaguer since 2014. Yeah, no wonder he's doing drugs now, because he ain't going to make it in baseball. So that makes all the sense in the world. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back on the other side. If you want to get in, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. The text line, 844-416-8123. Send in any questions you want on our YouTube page and on Twitter at Big O Show. We'll take a break. We'll come back on the other side. The Dolphins, certain Dolphin player getting a little love nationally. I think that's cool. Don't forget, you can watch Onside Radio daily by subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Search Onside Radio, log on, subscribe, rate, review, baby. Hit that like button. Onside Radio on YouTube, search it, and Twitch. OnsideRadio.com, South Florida's home for real sports talk.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
Big news, Miami fans! Body Armor is proud to be the new official sports drink of Major League Soccer and Inter Miami CF. It doesn't matter if you're a player or a fan, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you with potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Whether you're at home or in the starting lineup, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you from kickoff to the final whistle. Body Armor, now the official sports drink of Inter Miami CF, available at your local Publix.
If you missed 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh, you missed.
What? So they'd be like Sauron.
You are not. No, you're not. You're not jumping to Hobbit. You are not jumping to Lord of the Rings.
Why?
Because you're not. You're not jumping from Marvel to Lord of the Rings.
There aren't any Marvel movies that even touch Lord of the Rings.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm serious, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch. Yeah, you're right. Iron Man isn't better than a 19-hour-long 3-part Hobbit.
Iron Man is your favorite Marvel one?
No, I just threw it out there. There's 23 of them or 26 of them for crying out loud. Thor Ragnarok. Watch that one.
I thought they're all Thor
Oh my God.
Ragnarok.
No, Thor Ragnarok is an actual Thor movie. It's the 3rd Thor movie. I hate you.
4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh, weekday mornings from 8 to 10.
Hello, Inter Miami CF fans. Download the Drink AR app and play inside a first-of-its-kind virtual soccer stadium, hosted by Bodega Trevento and Inter Miami CF, and celebrate your passion for soccer from the comfort of your own home. Find the download links on our Instagram account at Treventus and get our wines delivered straight to your home with a discount for all Inter Miami CF fans. Discover Trevento, a shared passion.
Hey, it's Big O. You know, air quality in your home or business is so important now, folks. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning. Let them install high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. M&S is always on call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. and, of course, emergency Sundays. Call for more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans. Visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
You can now watch Onside Radio daily by subscribing to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Search Onside Radio. Log on, subscribe, rate, and review Onside Radio on YouTube and Twitch. Watch Toast get frustrated with Marsh. OnsideRadio.com. South Florida's home for real sports talk. You can connect with us at OnsideRadio.com by sending us a text at 844-416-8123. Save it on your cell phone, 844-416-8123. No better place to send your comments, ask questions, win prizes. OnsideRadio.com, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
All right, we're back. We take it till 3. Alex Donna will take over, baby, at the top of the hour. If you want to get in, 888-441-4623. The text line, 844-416-8123. So Dougie Fresh says, does he chase the bath salts with, what is it, phenobarbital? Or another way around? We need answers. That's, who knows? Who knows? Let's see. Matter of fact, live stream your crime commitment on social media. That works too. Yeah, those are the best ones. You take a duffel bag and move it for somebody else for $500 without asking a few questions. What's in the bag? Why am I being paid? Why am I doing this? Am I high? He's the transporter. Except this time he didn't look in the bag. The transporter looked in the bag and saw it was a girl. So he, just the way it goes with the transporter. But, this Camargo guy did not look like Handsome Rob. That I can tell you. All right, 888-441-4623 if you want to get in on the show. I was telling you about a Dolphins player getting a little love. And I like this because, it's an article. See, I know most people around the country, they don't really know the Dolphins and the Heat and the Marlins and the Panthers and the Canes and Inter Miami and FIU and FAU and UM and all that. They don't know those teams like we do, right? But sometimes they get it right. Sometimes they get it wrong. And they'll take their shots out there and compliment or criticize, and sometimes they're on and sometimes they're off. I just feel I'd rather listen to people that are closer to it and are locally involved, where I think most of the time you can get better information. So on Yardbarker, Chris Mueller ended up writing an article about NFL players poised to make a leap in 2021. They put Cam Akers, who looked really good last year with the Rams, Jay Alexander with the Bucks, Jesse Bates with Cincinnati, Brian Burns, obviously, with Carolina, Chase Claypool with the Pittsburgh Steelers, had a great year last year, the Notre Dame product, A.J. Dillon, the big bruising back
with Green Bay. Several other people. T. Higgins was on there, J.C. Jackson, Justin Jefferson, who was terrific. They gave love to a Miami Dolphin, Mike Gesicki. And I like that because Mike's come a long way. His first year was not impressive. His first year, there were some struggles. There were a lot of you out there that gave up on Mike Gesicki because you know how it is. You give up on Gesicki. You give up on Tua. Some of you out there, you have no patience whatsoever. You think a young guy is going to show you their talent in their first year, and sometimes it isn't until year 3 and 4 until you see the real player develop into it. And so Gesicki, we all know, had a rough first year. Last year, he shined. Last year, he played really, really well and played well with both quarterbacks, too, and made some amazing catches. And I got to tell you something. The nail on the coffin for me last year, okay, was when he came back as quickly as he came back from that shoulder injury. And the catch he made on that shoulder injury, too. These are things that I was like, okay, he's the real deal, dude. I mean, if you don't buy him by now, I can't help you. I did not give up on him in the first year because I don't do that mostly to rookies. Unless it's a guy that I already knew couldn't play before the year even started. And that wasn't Gesicki. He was very talented. An athletic tight end, can get up there and make some catches. And finally, he was able to put it together. So now, heading into his 4th season, he's had a couple of seasons where he's, elevated his play. Gesicki, this is what they write, has quietly climbed the ranks to become one of the league's most dynamic receiving threats at tight end. In 2020, the Penn State product averaged 13.3 yards per reception, a jump of 2 yards from his second season, and caught 6 touchdowns despite Miami featuring an often conservative offense. With Tua under center, Gesicki will never be mistaken for much of a blocker, but that won't matter so long as he continues to use his 6'6" frame to his advantage and cause mismatches, regardless of how teams try to defend him. So I find it really cool that Gesicki is now getting the love that he deserves. Okay? Good player. And I think he's just going to continue to grow. And for those, there were some people out there that were labeling him soft and all this because he wasn't a great blocker. That doesn't mean that you're soft because you're not a great blocker. I think this year when you saw him play even injured with that shoulder, I don't think you're going to question his toughness anymore. I think we can say that this is one tough hombre. Now, again, he's not George Kittle, dude. Okay? He's not Rob Gronkowski. He's not one of those, and I know Rob is now older and all that, but what I mean is a two-way tight end. He's more like, a Travis Kelce. He's more like the kind of tight end that isn't really going to block much. Okay? Maybe he'll try to get in your way, but not block much. But that doesn't mean that what he does on the field offensively isn't effective. And I thought we saw it last year with some amazing catches. And again, what he did with that injured shoulder and get back there, I thought it was really, really cool. So it's nice to see a guy like Gesicki getting that kind of love. Well-deserved stuff. All right. Let's see. 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. If you want to get in on the program, you can also reach out to us on Twitter. That's at Big O Show. And, of course, here on the YouTube chat board, you can always reach out there. Raging Dolphin Maniac says, oh, did you see Kurt Warner's YouTube video analyzing Tua? I did not. How was it? Was it any good? Was it bad? I don't know. I'll check it out when I get home. I'll remember to do that and see what I can learn from in that video. Might be as bad as Nick Slayton from Tennessee, who hit $1.2 million jackpot, then lost a winnings lottery ticket. That's pretty good right there. Really? Wow, Elgin Baylor passed away. Rest in peace. I did not. That must have just come across, huh?
Yeah, Shams Charania reporting Elgin Baylor has passed away.
When I looked and I saw Lily from AT&T, can I say something about Lily from AT&T? I want you to go to her Twitter page. What is it? Malaysia? Something? I forgot. Melania something? Or because it's not, she doesn't call herself by, the AT&T girl. Lily from AT&T. I forgot her name now on Instagram. But I can tell you this, because I see her on those AT&T commercials. They do her no justice on her pictures and the way she looks or the videos. She is like 100 times better looking than what they show on those AT&T videos. It's weird, man. It's like you would think that they would make her look a little bit more. Here it is. Her name is Mint Milana on social media. MINTMILANA. Okay? And when you see her videos there and her pictures there, she does a lot of stuff on Instagram. She does her own like little show where she does interviews and things like that. She way better looking on her Instagram than she does. The AT&T, they do like these weird haircuts. They make her look like extra white. Like you see her here and she looks like completely different. You know what I mean? It's weird, man. It's funky how they don't really put her in the best light. Now you guys could also follow Mel G Fit. Okay, make sure you follow Mel G Fit. She's a friend. She's a friend of the program. We need to bring Mel on. Bring her in studio. Mel G Fit on Instagram. That's all I can say. And you know what I'll say after that? You're welcome. Okay? You're welcome. Francisco says, Big O, how long do you think before people outside of Miami start saying, wow, about to, I feel all this negative? Oh, this year. It'll be this year. Halfway through the season when they notice that he's a completely different player. You'll see. Watch. Guaranteed. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back on the other side. Don't forget about EJD Construction, folks. Eric is some great people. I think he's actually going to be working on Omar's house now, too. And listen, you guys can trust EJD Construction. They've been at this for a long time, for the last 16 years. They've earned a AAA plus rating from Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. It's a great place. It's great people. Eric and his staff are second to none. They do professional work. They are licensed, by the way, and insured, so you don't have to worry. 305-433-4843 if you want to build an extension to your house, you want to add a room, you want to improve the man cave, you want to modernize the kitchen, you want to do some more stuff in your backyard because you're living a lot more in your home. I'm telling you, you call Eric and they can do it all for you. 305-433-4843. Go to the website, ejdconstruction.com.
Every Thursday, NBA fans can catch one of the best basketball shows in the country when Ethan Skolnick and Ira Winderman host Inside the Paint. Listen to two of the most knowledgeable and connected reporters in the business. Get year-round insight every Thursday at 10:30 a.m. with Inside the Paint on the home for hardcore basketball fans. OnsideRadio.com.
ADHD. It's the child who can't pay attention or sit still in school, right? The answer may be yes. Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, can be complicated and it can last a lifetime. Living with a condition can sometimes be a challenge. It may take years to accept a formal diagnosis, and it's not always easy to find the right treatment plan. Did you know that up to 75% of children and adolescents with ADHD have at least one additional mental health condition that also requires a comprehensive approach to treatment? ADHD guidelines were recently updated to reflect the need to screen for associated disorders. Be sure to talk with your child's doctor about proper screening and visit more2adhd.com for additional information. That's more2adhd.com. This message has been brought to you in partnership with Adhd, ACO, and CHAD.
Big news, Miami fans! Body Armor is proud to be the new official sports drink of Major League Soccer and Inter Miami CF. It doesn't matter if you're a player or a fan, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you with potassium-packed electrolytes, antioxidants, and no artificial sweeteners, flavors, or dyes. Whether you're at home or in the starting lineup, Body Armor sports drink will hydrate you from kickoff to the final whistle. Body Armor, now the official sports drink of Inter Miami CF, available at your local Publix.
Inter Miami CF, your official furniture and mattress store, is here. City Furniture is your #1 home source for the trends you want at the prices you'll love, including exclusive City Furniture collections, the widest selection of styles, affordable home accents, mattresses starting at just $99 and more. Create the home of your dreams fast with next-day delivery, plus get 60 months special financing with no down payment. Because City Furniture is here to make it easy so everyone can live life like this, visit cityfurniture.com.
If you missed 4th and 20 with Toast and Marsh, you missed.
Rob Manfred has chosen not to address it. He's doing these other stupid things, the universal DH and the expanded playoffs and 7-inning doubleheaders, because sure, that's credible for the game.
No way.
I hate the 7-inning doubleheader.
Well, that's
thing.
not going to stay.
Yes, it is.
It
This
is?
year, yes. Doubleheader games are 7 innings.
I hated that.
Yeah.
Hated it.
Because it's not real baseball.
4th and 20, weekday mornings from 6 to 8 right here on OnsideRadio.com.
With Make-A-Wish, the impossible becomes possible. A girl battling cancer can become a race car driver battling the course. The boy showing all the nurses his fire trucks can take the helm of a real one. Wishes can give kids with critical illnesses the strength to keep fighting, get better, and grow up.
Where there's a wish, there's a way.
Wishes need you. Visit Make-A-Wish at wish.org.
Keeping you informed in the world of sports. With an OnsideRadio.com sports update.
Oregon slams the door shut on Iowa's season, winning 95-80. Oregon moving on to the Sweet 16, knocking off 2-seed Iowa. Miami Heat took a loss yesterday to the Indiana Pacers, losing 109-106. Heat dropping 3 in a row. They get the Suns on Tuesday, tip-off slated for 8 p.m. at the AAA Arena. And Florida Panthers taking a loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning, 5-3 on Sunday. Panthers get a chance to get in the win column on Tuesday. They take on the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago. Puck drop slated for 8 p.m. Panthers going as a slight betting favorite. And in college basketball, starting up right now, Gonzaga, #1 seed in the tournament, takes on 16 seed Oklahoma, or actually, correction, 8 seed Oklahoma. Ball game is about to tip off right now. You're listening to OnsideRadio.com, the only locally owned radio station in South Florida. Coming up next, more of the Onside Zone with the Big O right here, OnsideRadio.com.
Now streaming online.
Onside Radio, the only choice for the South Florida sports fan.
This is the Big O Show.
We are back, ready to rock. Lightning, by the way, beat the Panthers last night 5-3. So boys could not get the win, and Bob had 19 saves. Wasn't really peppered in all of this. Tuesday, by the way, they will take on the Blackhawks at 8 o'clock. So Panthers get tripped up a little bit here. Hopefully they'll get back into the mix. How about this stupid-ass story, Tito? You saw LeBron James got injured over the weekend, right? He got a high ankle sprain, apparently.
Yeah.
And now people, including this moron that plays for the Lakers, wants the league to investigate that Solomon Hill purposely tried to injure him, which is so bogus, dude. Solomon Hill even came out and apologized, which he doesn't have to apologize. I can understand him feeling guilty because you don't want to injure anybody. It's not just LeBron, it's anybody. You know, you're not trying to hurt people. They're fighting for the ball, dude. People lose their balance. People collide. Things happen. To make Solomon Hill feel like shit because he made a mistake or he was aggressively going after ball and unfortunately somebody got injured. This is all that comes with the drama of LeBron. Okay, and it's not really LeBron pointing fingers, to his credit, right? I haven't seen it. LeBron isn't blaming Solomon Hill.
That's purely fan stuff. That is purely.
Well, not only fan, it's this idiot, the tall guy, with the Lakers. He came over from the Clippers. What's his name?
Zubac?
No, dude. He was at the Clippers last year. What's his name?
Montrezl Harrell.
Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, I didn't know he said that. Yeah,
He's the
pretty
guy.
Dumb. It's pretty
He's
dumb.
the guy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb.
And Solomon Hill's a good dude, bro. He was here last year. He's not trying. You watch the play. You can tell he's not trying to injure him. I mean, LeBron James is impossible to cover and defend. The guy's a Mack truck, an athletic Mack truck. It's hard, man. But we got to, this conspiracy theory society that we're in, my Lord, some of you have to stop already, bro. Everything is not a conspiracy theory. Everybody's not out to get you. I'm sorry. I hate to disappoint you. They're not all out to get you. Is that what's going on QAnon? They're talking about Solomon Hill injuring LeBron James? Is that the deal? I mean, give me a break. Brendan Flood says, always happy to see her. I guess you're talking about Lily, the AT&T girl. Herman says, it's not the same when you watch an AT&T commercial when a Dolphins game is on. Ha-ha. That moment you're extreme, happy or pissed. Rosendo says, R.I.P. to Elgin Baylor, number 1 draft pick in 1958, NBA Rookie of the Year in 59, 11-time NBA All-Star and 10-time member of the NBA All-Star First Team, 8 times NBA Finals. Unfortunately, no championship rings. There you go. Brandon says she's beautiful either way. I like how she is pretty dressed up and in AT&T clothes. The AT&T clothes, they don't do her justice, bro. I'm telling you. They don't do her justice. They just don't. Go to her Instagram. You'll see what I'm talking about. Peruse through it or cruise through it or whatever you
meant to use the word peruse.
You know? We can't use peruse?
No, you can. You just said peruse.
Oh, peruse. Whatever. Either one. Just do it. Cruise around. Enjoy it. You see Russell Wilson's trying to bring in Antonio Brown? Did you see that story?
I did not.
Russell Wilson is trying to recruit Antonio Brown. The question I have for that is, are they listening to Russell Wilson? I thought they don't listen to him. I thought he felt like slighted, and that's why he wants out. So Seattle Seahawks quarterback now has reportedly been fed up with the organization, even rumored to be available via trade. While neither Wilson or the Seahawks have come out to say that he will remain in Seattle, it seems like it's going that way. So the Seahawks now do, to ensure Russell Wilson will be happy in Seattle, they're giving him more of a say on the roster, would be a start. And according to reports, Wilson has one guy in mind who would drastically improve the Seahawks offense, Antonio Brown. John Clayton went on 93.7 The Fan in Pittsburgh and revealed that Wilson was lobbying to get Antonio Brown to Seattle. While Russ may want to get AB, it seems like the Bucs are doing everything they can to keep him with Tom Brady also next season. So who wins, Seattle or the Bucs to get Antonio Brown? Whoever has more money, right?
Yeah, I mean,
with all the legal issues,
he's going to take wherever the money is.
He's got to go with the money because of all the legal issues. Although in Florida, no tax state, Seattle, Washington, you have taxes. So I don't know what the difference is in the salaries. That's the one thing that I cannot answer that question. But Antonio Brown is being recruited by Russell Wilson. I mean, you look at Antonio Brown and Tom Brady and Russell Wilson are two guys that you just would not think could actually coexist with Antonio Brown. those two guys look like they are cut from completely different cloths than Antonio Brown. I mean, Antonio Brown está loco. You know? That's the weird part about all of this. Antonio Brown being recruited by Russell Wilson. That, my friends, is very interesting. And the question is anybody going to give Antonio Brown a multi-year deal? Okay? I don't know about that. Is anybody going to give Antonio Brown a signing bonus, a big signing bonus? I would like to see that. Right? That would be really interesting if somebody actually takes that kind of risk and makes that kind of commitment to Antonio Brown. I know I wouldn't. And the Tom Brady thing helped out because it's Tom Brady. He has a relationship. It's a one-year deal. It wasn't even 1 year. It was less than a year that he had time with the Bucs. So he knew he was on thin ice. This one, you wonder if he starts getting a little cocky. And all of a sudden, I want more, I want more. Are people going to be willing to give him those signing bonuses? That'll be interesting. All right, let's do this. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back on the other side. Of course, our man Alex Donald will join us in the final segment. We'll have our crossover and get ready for Man of the Match at 3 o'clock. Tito Benash driving the program right here on OnsideRadio.com.
We'll be right back to the Big O Show. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623.
For over 20 years, Mr. Glass has been committed to the safety and satisfaction of our clients. Our products are the culmination of innovative engineering, aesthetic appeal, and the highest levels of quality. Through our legacy, Mr. Glass strives to impart the true meaning of quality, service, and sustainability to new generations. Reputation, experience, and trust is why clients choose Mr. Glass. Live the future now. Locate a dealer near you today.
If you missed Red Card Radio with Austin Robillard, then you missed this.
Beckham and Moss made it seem like it was the most important thing in the world that they had to talk about the academy and bringing up players from the academy to play for Inter Miami. And well, they've not only done it, they've now done it in abundance. First, it was Felipe Valencia. And in a question asked about Felipe Valencia, David Beckham specifically mentioned another name in Ian Frey. This was now, in hindsight, a complete foreshadowing of what was to come this week, because Ian Frey has now signed as a first-team player for Inter Miami. Ian Frey also signed alongside his former teammate from Fort Lauderdale CF, Edison Ascona.
Red Card Radio with Austin Robillard every Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. exclusively at OnsideRadio.com.
Can I get a captain?
Captain and what?
Captain and Ginger.
I can't hear you.
Captain and Ginger.
He was a captain and ginger, captain and ginger. He was a captain and ginger.
Captain Morgan, official partner of Major League Soccer.
Hey, it's Big O for EJD Construction, your custom home builder, additions and home remodeling. Our lives have changed. We're making our homes more of an oasis. Call the right place. Call the right people. Eric at EJD Construction for over 16 years. A-rated member of Angie's List in the Better Business Bureau. 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDConstruction.com.
Let's raise a cup to the first among us who put themselves last. To the risk takers, the mask makers, the heroes on the front line and online. To the ones keeping shelves full and keeping us hopeful. To those who don't stop and those making all the stops. To the ones who pick up, suit up, and never let us down. From all of us at Dunkin' to all the heroes keeping everyone running, we thank you.
Hey, it's Big O. You know, air quality in your home or business is so important now, folks. That's why you've got to call M&S Air Conditioning. Let them install high-efficiency polarized air filter in your AC unit that attracts, captures, and destroys biological contaminants to improve your air quality. M&S is always on call from 7:30 a.m. till 9 o'clock p.m. and, of course, emergency Sundays. Call for more info on high-efficiency air filters and their preventative maintenance plans. Visit M&S Air Conditioning at ac-florida.com.
At Baptist Health, we are ready
to serve, to treat,
to safely proceed with your procedure.
We're ready for ER visits and office visits with skilled surgeons,
advanced medicine,
and multidisciplinary teams.
We're ready for new arrivals
and new recoveries.
We are ready.
We're ready to diagnose, treat, and manage
anything that comes our way
with exceptional care and comfort.
With the same preparedness and compassion you've come to expect from Baptist Health.
And we are ready.
We're ready.
We're ready
to care for you.
You're listening to OnsideRadio.com. Catch up anytime by downloading the MyTuner Radio app. OnsideRadio.com, South Florida's true hometown station.
We are back, and we thank Omar Kelly and Anthony Chang for joining us here on the program. Tomorrow we will have another loaded show for you. As always, we're working on several guests. Of course, Tito Benash, excellent work by you, sir. My man Alex Donna, always ready for his program, Man of the Match. So how interesting of a weekend did you find it for Isaiah Wilson?
Oh, well, first of all, and listen, I hope he gets the help he needs, but it's like he signs here, and then 15 minutes later, I see a GIF of him dancing shirtless on top of a truck. It's like, bro, you're doing nothing to dispel the narrative. Like you're in Miami for 20 minutes and you're outside a strip mall, shirtless, pelvic thrusting on top of a pickup truck. It's like some people, man, just can't. You just cannot hold the pressure of an NFL career. I don't.
And by the way, it's Alaska. This coach doesn't waste any time with coaches.
No, he wasted
players,
about 3 minutes
with nothing, dude. He makes. Oh, no, I don't like what you're doing in the offensive line. You're fired. I don't like what you're doing in the offense. You're fired. Yeah. Players, you don't fit. Get out of here. You know, this is like the wrong coach. Like when this dude gives you a chance, bro, you better abuse that chance. You better take advantage of it in every way possible, because if you get off of it for one moment, that guy's not going to waste any time with you, man.
And I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk about this more, of course, during my show for the roundtable segment. But you know, when something like this happens, I would have normally loved to, criticize the Dolphins front office for signing him in the first place, but they're really losing nothing here.
No, they delayed a seventh-round pick.
Yeah, especially because they're not on the hook for any of his salary.
No.
Not a dollar. Not a dollar. So when I first saw, I'm wondering, what went wrong with the vetting process? How come why didn't you do a better job investigating? You should have known. But then I realized this was really a no-lose flyer that they took on this guy. Like you said, they just delayed a seventh round, and they still have multiple seventh-round picks this year, and then they're going to get one back next year from Tennessee. So there really was no risk in making this move, so I don't regret the Dolphins giving it a try.
Any truth to the rumors out there that you have reached out to lovely Lala for a massage?
My glutes are a little tight. I've got a few knots.
I'll tell you what, she can loosen up everything.
I've got a few knots. Dude, if my wife found out.
You might end up stiff in one area, but you'll be loosened up everywhere else.
Amen to that. But no, if my wife found out that I'm booking the lovely Lala, she came very highly rated on Instagram as a masseuse. Have you seen her credentials? No, but I've seen her ass on the gram.
Yes.
Right? No, I would be sleeping on the couch for the rest of my life, if not divorced.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely divorced. I have no nuts. I mean, it's just, it's over, bro. It's over. I mean,
your wife would be wearing your nuts around her neck like a trophy.
No, she's hanging them from the rearview mirror, just so when she's driving, she's reminded, and then she's sending a message to everybody else. That's all. I mean, seriously, bro.
Yeah, and listen, all of this stuff, it doesn't, like, if this was a criminal case, none of this would necessarily say, hey, he's guilty of sexual assault.
No.
But when it comes to a civil case, you look at patterns of behavior. This guy's a professional athlete. Like, he would have access to a masseuse through the team
actually,
anytime he wants it.
One of our listeners, GP Trap, actually said on YouTube, he said, if I'm at the level of Deshaun Watson, I already have my own masseuse.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is always available to me whenever
why
I need.
Does he need to go to Instagram, find the hottest women on there, and then like slide into the DMs? Hey, do you give massages? By the it's sketchy. At the very least, it's sketchy.
But I mean, it's a pretty good plan.
Well, sure.
As long as you're not assaulting them.
Thank you. And he might not be. To be fair, we don't know, right? Innocent until proven guilty.
Yes.
But the pattern of behavior for him doesn't look good. Like from what he's been accused of, and you're in a civil court and you say, okay, this is a pro athlete who's got access to professional massages 24 hours a day. Why is he going on the gram and DMing perfect 10s?
Are we sure it's on the gram or he's going to hotmasseuse.com?
Oh, that could be as well.
I mean, is there a website, hotmasseuse? Because if there's a hotmasseuse.com, I can guarantee you Deshaun Watson has it in his bookmarks.
If there's not, we're creating it today.
You know, that's the other thing. When we see all the other women come forward, if they all look like Lala, you know.
Yeah, and again, it doesn't look good. It's not proving anything criminal, but it's definitely a strange pattern of behavior.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, bro. You know, I know this. My wife would only accept me getting a massage from like Mama June.
Oh yeah.
Outside of that, it's
dude. I've been massaged by female masseuses before. They all looked like Janet Reno.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Exactly. They have to. What do you got going on, bro?
Well, we're going to have Ira Winderman on to talk some Miami Heat. We're going to have Gabby Urrutia on to talk some Miami Hurricanes and recruiting.
Nice.
I feel like I neglected Canes football a little bit last week during the first week of spring practice, so we're going to rectify that situation today. It's Monday, so we're going to have our winners and losers of the weekend, have some really important news from Monday Minutia today. We'll talk about Kyle Lowry potentially to the Heat. We'll talk about the Isaiah Wilson situation. He's no longer a Dolphin, and we'll dive head
that'll
first.
That'll be in your loser segment.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty fair to say.
Tito Benash, great work by you. Stay tuned, baby. Man of the match with Alex Dono. Next.
Match with Alex Dono. You can join us on the Onside Sports Line, 888-441-4623. That's 888-441-4623. You're listening to the home of Inter Miami CF.
His strike is a decent one. It's fired into the top right corner. Gonzalo Higuain opens his account.